may suck for what? Why?
Bookings. I haven't had that many bookings.
Slow.
All right, we're going,
thanks,
gents.
Dean. You sure? Yep, I'm sure. You're not lying to me, right?
Let's watch his nose.
This week I'm calling publishers.
Clearinghouse?
Try to get my music published. I have so many songs recorded.
All right.
Don't play that song for me.
Any good feelings, let me know.
Because it brings back.
I'm going to try Sony first.
Ready to go?
We ready?
Yep. Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to
The Animal House.
Your mother's an animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
What do you care? You're an animal. You're an animal.
Yeah.
I'm an animal.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed. I feel the need for speed. Lightning speed!
The opinions expressed by the hosts, callers, and guests are not those of Hamilton Radio, Armed Forces Radio, Raw Talk Online, 102 DLG Radio Orlando, QStarFM.com, or Animal House Radio. Some of the material broadcast on Animal House Radio may not be suitable for listeners under the age of 18. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from the Theodore Jiggins studio in Robbinsville, New Jersey. It's the Animal House Radio Show, and here is your host and ours, Carlo Bellerio. I had to wait for the microphone.
I know. It was slow. It's like a delay. Well, that's Gene for you.
That was a perfect song. For
Yeah, I know.
tonight.
And Gene messed it all up again. He's got to clean his glasses off. Then I'll see where he really is.
If that song doesn't get your blood flowing, I don't know what will.
It's perfect timing for who our guest is tonight.
Yeah. We have a very special show for you tonight. We have a first-timer on the show. You may know her from movies like Back to the Future, Space Camp, All the Right Moves, Some Kind of
Howard the
Wonderful, yeah, Howard the Duck, Caroline in the City, and the list goes on and on. Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and she'll be checking in around 8 p.m. Eastern, which would be 5 p.m. Pacific.
Easter, did you say?
Eastern.
Oh, Easter. She's got candy for us, huh?
Yes, absolutely. And everybody is here tonight with the exception of Dave, who got home from work late, so he'll be missed. And Gisela is
babysitting.
Yeah, well, yeah, in a sense, she is playing the role of caretaker tonight for my aunt. Who,
She's burying people.
Yeah, right. She'd like to bury a few people, believe me.
Caretaker. Wasn't that a character in The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite movies.
Wow.
Back in The Longest Yard.
I tell her just to stay away from light bulbs.
And that was one movie, actually, the remake was actually good, too.
Yeah,
I liked it, actually. I liked that movie.
I did, too.
Oh, the scene when they said that he broke his effing neck, and
Oh,
my
that's
God,
right, yeah.
I was crying,
Yeah.
laughing,
Yeah.
Especially for
crying,
that
laughing
time,
during
yeah.
that time. Oh my God, too funny.
It is. We're going to get into all that and more tonight. Tonight we're going to do our first official episode of Ask Artie
Yes.
at 8:45 to 9:15. So if you want to ask Artie a question, you call in at that time. Don't call in before that because you shan't be allowed to.
Oh, Sean.
Let's seriously. We should probably. Yeah.
And your question's got to be specific. You can't say, how do you see my 2019? What do you see for
Good,
my
thank
life?
you.
What's going on with my daughter? I mean, be specific with your questions, and I'll be specific with the answers.
Absolutely. And we'll tell you where to send the check. No.
That's right.
That's right. Artie, thank you, because I'm relatively new to the show. We wanted to set up for the audience. Why do we want to ask Artie questions? You explained it pretty well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, folks, 2 years ago, Artie predicted that Trump would be president. That was beautiful.
Artie said to me that I have enough money to live. I have enough money to live the rest of my life if I die Tuesday, and he was right.
There you go. That's true. I did vote for Trump.
Hey, you guys remember the Harry Chapin song Taxi?
Yeah.
Ruben's writing a sequel. He's calling it Uber.
Uber.
It was raining hard in Robbinsville.
Ruben Uber.
Now Ruben's
That's too
doing
funny.
DoorDash. I said, you're used to running from doors because you're always getting chased.
That's too
You know,
funny.
the Mexicans, how they are.
Oh.
Just a reminder, tonight's show is brought to you in part by Gisela Bella's Unique Boutique. Let me tell you something about Gisela's website. She put a lot of heart and soul into it. The products, and the reason why it's a great website is because whether you are working for a living like everybody and you have, moderate means, there's something on that website that you can afford. But if you like the finer things in life, she offers that too. And with every purchase of $49.99 or more, you'll save 20% off your first purchase if you use the promotional code Animal House Radio Show. So check out GiselaBella.com. Don't just put things in the cart and go away. Actually purchase them. She's got 2 kids. She's got a big nut, so I don't know what she's waiting for.
Bigger than mine?
That makes sense, because sometimes I go to the store and I see a cart with a whole bunch of stuff in it, nobody there.
Yeah, no nuts.
It makes
Now,
sense.
that's the person that left their wallet home. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just want to mention
How late you open till?
we never close.
We welcome you with open arms. How late are you open till?
Open arms.
The door and the arms are open. The legs, not so much. Look, I'll sell you a bike. Anyway, gang, I just want to mention the affiliates tonight. Big shout out to Radio Orlando, Louis Cedeno, aka DJ Friction, at DLG Radio Orlando, 102 DLG Radio Orlando. Steve Jarrett at QStarFM.com. Chaz Richardson and the They Pay No Mind list at Raw Talk Online, and most importantly, American Forces Network, to all the Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. So all our servicemen and women, hello and welcome to Wednesday.
And in the skies, too.
I really thought he was going to talk about the Philadelphia affiliates. I was all ready for baseball.
Right, the affiliates, yeah. But we're looking forward to a great show tonight. Paul's got a great list that we're not going to scratch our heads and go, what the hell?
Yeah, last man was horrible at last.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about the best lines?
Yeah,
that list?
Yeah, well, it's a new list, but
this one actually has something we're gonna guess.
And
That last one, I don't know who made up that list. That was
all
horrible.
the stuff on that list belongs on that list.
Yeah, this list belongs.
It belongs.
This one we're gonna get most of them.
So, just as a reminder, last week we had a great interview with Tommy James. Artie had fun.
Oh, that was great.
And I
That was
confirmed
so
it.
great.
We have tickets to his show. We're in like
Awesome.
Yes.
I can't wait.
So go
I
on
have-
eBay and buy the Shondel's first album. And you bring it, and he'll sign it.
I already told the party that I had that day, I'm not going. I'm not going to be there. We are changing the date.
And what'd they say?
Huh?
Would they give you a hard time?
Party of the first part.
No. First of all, it's far enough in advance, and then when I told them who it was and why, they said, "Oh no, good,
That
have a
makes
great
sense.
time." Yeah,
Party of the first part. No, that's not good.
it's a rarity.
That's good for me.
It's a
good.
rarity that people will give me crap when I have to reschedule. So
Yeah,
they're very accommodating.
You're like on-demand TV, right?
right now.
Yeah.
that's right.
That's it.
I'm surprised they didn't say to you. You didn't see that you weren't gonna be able to do this part.
Oh my God! I gotta call the Star Ledger. Gene actually spelled everything right tonight. He spelled her name right.
That's awesome.
He looked it up. That's why.
Anyway, I love Gene, and I
of
can't
course.
get through the night without breaking his ball. So
Sometimes it's at 3 a.m.
I'm sure he would have said something if he was aware of it. But this is what happened. Last week we left the show and Sandy was here, and she had mentioned something. By the way, me and Paul over the weekend we went to the Chiller Convention.
It was cool.
We had a great time. It took us 16 hours to get there.
Yeah, it was a major accident on the parkway. A Jeep overturned and burnt to crisp, and the whole parkway was sealed off.
Oh,
Really?
Took
They
us
shut
3 hours
down
to get
everything.
there.
They had to medevac people out of there.
Took
Yeah.
us
Really?
three hours to get there.
So we get there finally, and we're walking around, and
Wait, where was this being held?
at
Parsippany.
Parsippany Hilton.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Nice
they
venue.
do it twice a year. They do it in April and in October.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and they had a really nice lineup. And Paul kept getting mad at me because I carry a briefcase and
But
I
he lets the
dragged the
strap
shoulder
And I
strap.
kept on tripping over a strap. I said, "Will you pick the fucking thing up? Pick it up."
So we met a lot of good celebrities. We made a lot of connections. We had a lot of
Awesome.
fun. We actually talked to the guy from Saturday Night Fever who was, they called him Double J.
Yeah.
Paul asked him about, did you really have to jump onto the variant? They actually did really jump like that. They didn't
Really?
have no like padding. They actually had,
Yeah,
he had
they-
to make that jump and fall 8 feet.
They didn't, because don't forget, none of these people were stars yet. So they think, oh, look,
Yeah,
Plus,
what the
they
heck?
were all
no
pretty
stuntmen,
young,
they're
too.
no
That's
stuntmen.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had fun. And we met a lot. I met Samantha Fox, Tony Danza.
Tony Danza, I said, the first thing I said to Tony Danza, I have something to say for you. What does a yellow light mean? He went, slow down.
You know, he did it in typical Tony fashion.
Yeah, slow
Danza back,
down.
slow down. You know, he did the whole, you know.
That's great.
But so Sandy was outside the show. I guess she was waiting for Gene for us to wrap up, and she's like, "Are you going to Chiller next week?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "I want to know if you can get me an autographed picture of Anson Williams." And I said, "Yeah, you know." Hope maybe he might not even charge us for it, but if you want, I'll pick one up for you. So I didn't hear from her. So then DJ Danny, who's who likes a nude Instagram model and likes to parade around.
No.
And no, I'm just
No.
kidding. And she inboxes Gisela, and she says, "Are you guys still going to Chiller? I want to get an autographed picture of Anson Williams." And my mom forgot to. She forgot to give. She didn't trust.
Get your story straight before you tell everybody, all right?
Yeah, she goes. She didn't want to give Carlo the money because she doesn't trust him with the money. So I was highly insulted. I was highly insulted.
I've never been so insulted in my life. Well, it's early yet.
Yeah, she texted, and Gisela's the diplomat. You know her. So I texted back. I sent her a message. I says, "You tell your mom that when she has a lot of nerve because her and your father went to a lot of shows at my behest."
Behest. Ooh, I like
Yeah,
that
write
one.
That's
that down,
another one.
behest.
I like that one.
And I just went off on a tirade.
What
Then
line
all
was
of a
that
sudden-
movie on?
So then I went, "No records, Artie. I'm going out to Vegas. I'm laying out my own money, and nothing's coming back. What are we doing here?" So anyway, I get about 20 minutes later. My daughter, I did not tell her that. I did not say that. So you know what? I made my point. It's all good. I still love Gene, even though he's got black mold and he's running down the street chasing recycling bins. It's all good.
And he's streaking with the Windex.
But I was just a little offended, but a little insulted. No, you're insulting him a little bit,
That's serious. When you got your pinkies raised, I know you're upset, man.
Yeah, I just don't know what I did to them to make them think that I would take the money and go buy crack or something.
I think there was miscommunication. I don't think that was what was said.
Were they having flashbacks about the past or what?
I don't know. Yeah, right. Gene, can you weigh in on this?
He doesn't weigh that much anymore.
Gene left.
He left. Yeah, he's like
He's pissed.
right
He
now.
has left the building.
We're putting on a hashtag Me Too shirt now.
Right now, he's calling. What did you say to him? You know I don't want to. He don't even want to answer my calls. If it is, never mind.
Gene has a shirt with a big,
I'm
says,
here.
big word letters, behest.
I'm here, and I hear what you're saying, but no, she was just kidding.
No,
She said, "Oh, I was just kidding." I said, "Don't tell him that. He's not going to think you were kidding."
Yeah, that's that's like
You
saying,
don't,
ship
you don't
is
kid
sailed.
about stuff
you're
like
not
that.
trustworthy. April Fools.
No, we like you. We
I
love
know,
you.
Gene. I just don't know where it came from. That's why I was a little put off.
She was kidding, and I told her, "Don't kid about stuff like that. Kids don't understand stuff."
Yeah, but you guys have done so much at his behest.
We don't want to offend his behest.
And he shan't listen to it again.
I always offer Gene to, but sometimes he
yeah,
can't go.
absolutely.
Like a lot of times, I say, "Gene, can you make it?" He's like, "Oh, we can. I got to be here," and I understand it. But I always try, especially if it's something that I know Gene likes. Like Rick Springfield.
And hookers.
When Rick Springfield's in town, Gene gets woo boy, because he started fist bumping me after he went, because his wife got all hot and bothered from watching Rick Springfield, and he's laughing. He's going, "Thank you, buddy," and he fisted bumped me. So
Yeah, delayed in 30 years. That's how.
You got
See,
to.
that's-
You have to get a Rick Springfield mask. That's the
See, that's what determines my success. When somebody goes to one of my shows and the lady looks at her husband and say, "You are so getting some tonight. You just brought me to an Artie show. You were so good." When that moment happens, that's when I know I made it big.
Yep.
In the words of Bob Levy, he goes, if your dick could high five you right now, it would. So, Artie, let me ask you a question. You've always, 9 times out of 10, you always have positive experience from your parties. What was the worst party?
Oh, let's go negative. Okay.
No, I'm just curious. Was it like a calamity? Or
You went on the wrong night.
Probably when Joan of Arc died, right?
I walked into a house that was loaded with cats, and it smelled. The whole house smelled like cat piss.
Oh, boy. How do you keep your composure?
And
You can't even concentrate. With
I
that.
did not want to be there.
Right.
I just did not, and it was like hitting a brick wall as soon as I opened the door.
Yeah, how could you focus?
And I couldn't.
Yeah.
Is that, I was going to say, is that affect you?
I felt like I was reaching that day. I was just, and then I couldn't even go outside because it was too cold because they had a little patio outside. I said, maybe I go outside. No, I'm freezing my nuts off. I can't. And then, so it's either freeze my nuts off or die from cat
And the
piss
cats are
smell.
playing with the nuts. Cats are playing with the nuts.
Yeah, that's right. So get out of here, kid. You're bothering me.
Plus, the owners were Japanese, so it was
So-
catnips.
You told him I got to keep my tender victuals warm.
Yeah.
So the environment plays a lot into
Sure, it
your...
does.
It does. Energy. You want to know something? I went to this one house one time. It was a beautiful home, and the people were super nice. But the moment I stepped into her house, I did not want to be there for the life of me. And people were all excited to
You got a
see
bad
me. And they
vibe.
wanted to get, the vibe,
Probably
the
the house
energy
itself.
of the house itself. And it was gorgeous. There was nothing. She was nice and friendly. And can I get you something to eat or drink? And, it was a beautiful, brand new townhouse. And I hated being there.
Something happened there.
This couldn't have been John List's house after the murders, could it have been?
It was
Everybody's all laid out, right?
Kiss on my list.
It was John Wayne Gacy's house. They were all underneath the
No, but
floorboards.
I know what he means though. I've done that. I'm very susceptible to being. I go somewhere.
to
I
be
know right
around.
away it's haunted.
Yeah, he does that. Like, we'll go places and he'll say,
boom.
he feels
And I'm right
Just
every time.
Really.
It's only happened like maybe 6 times in my whole life, but I've been right every time.
tell Artie-
So I know what you mean. You can feel it. So you're going, whoa.
Yeah, you feel,
something's wrong.
But like I said, and it bothered me because the people were so nice, and the places,
Yeah.
the place
Past
was nice,
history.
the people were nice, and I'm saying, why am I feeling like this? And
It's the
I
history of that
couldn't get
property.
out of there fast.
So
enough.
what do? You got to
But
wing it?
I have to wing it. Make like an angel. There you go.
Tell him that story about you went to the theater and you sort of got...
I did a show at this theater. It's an old theater, been around since the 20s, right? And I go there, and it's a real small little theater. Only has maybe 75 people, but a great place to do a show. And I'm in there, and on the balcony, they don't use the balcony just for storage. There's nothing up there, just storage. And I'm doing my show, and as I'm doing my show, I see this guy in the balcony during my show, derby hat, old clothes, like an old something from the 20s. Big handlebar mustache, and he's like laughing his head off at my show. I'm going, and the owner's in the audience. I go, I just want you to know something. You have a ghost in this place, and he's in the balcony right now. And I described him to a T, and this guy just turned white. At the end of my show, I packed the truck and everything. He goes, come here, I want to show you something. He brings me to the office, brings me to a back office, shows me an old newspaper clipping of the original owner. It was the guy I described that I saw in the balcony.
Really?
That's the last time it happened to me. But stuff like that happens to me all the time.
Would you think that's a coincidence or is more than that?
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
I described the guy to a T.
Yeah.
Really? You believe that?
That's
Yeah.
100%.
He was
real.
wearing exactly what I saw.
Okay,
Yeah.
but why do you believe that? There's no such thing as a coincidence.
I agree.
There is no such. Why do I believe it? It's
Well,
just
no, I'm
everything
just
is
saying,
meant
sure.
to be. Everything is meant.
happens.
See, people, when bad things happen to people hate it when you say to them, "It is what it is," or "is meant to be," or people hate that phrase more than anything else because it's something bad really happened to them. For whatever reason, you made the turn, you got a ticket, you met that girl or that guy, and
Right.
and they
Everything
took
changes
you to the
everything.
bank and you lost everything. God forbid something with your health,
Right.
or somebody passes at a young
Yeah, if
age.
this doesn't happen, that wouldn't happen. If that didn't happen, this wouldn't
There
happen.
are no mistakes in life. We say coincidence and we say mistake only to identify in human terms.
I
But
agree.
in the reality
I agree.
things,
I agree.
there are no mistakes
Nope.
whatsoever.
It all happens the way it's supposed to happen.
Yep.
Then I should have been an A student.
You shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
You are a student.
Yeah,
That's right,
I
you
was
were
an
a
A student.
student.
Well, that explains it then.
You know what?
Yeah, I
I
agree.
thought about, I don't even know what made me think, like while you were talking just now, I was thinking to myself, when we were singing songs before the show started and stuff, this could help out every single teacher across America. Kids remember words, to all songs.
Right.
If they could teach in song,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
they would have no problem. I can't
Exactly.
remember that name. I can't remember that date. I can't remember that figure, that slogan. If you're a teacher out there,
Yeah.
You should definitely teach in song or have your kids
Or teach
rap in
association or
song.
something, yeah.
Yeah, everything with association with
That's
songs.
what my father did with
They would be flawless.
my-
You would have a bunch of straight A students.
My
from
father-
I got
F's
news
to
for you.
A's.
You're right. This
So
is
my
going,
father- yeah.
Go ahead. This is going back about 80 years. Three Stooges did that theory. B-A Bay,
Right.
B-E-B, B-I Bicky Bye. Right?
Yeah. My father taught me the Great Lakes that way. He said, spelled out the word Holmes. Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior.
Home.
Wow.
Should take, just take certain things in association.
You know what the teachers should do today? They should teach a class via their cell phone, and then all the kids will pay attention,
Yeah, well,
you know?
yeah.
Have an app. Just
The last
log on.
experience I had with a ghost. This is the last thing I want to tell you. I told my neighbors this once, and they said, "Well, this is house in Island Heights, which is a town right next to Tom's River. This house has always been known to be haunted." So, will you know it? I said, "Take me to it. We'll just drive around. I'll just walk around on the sidewalk. If I feel anything, I'll tell you. If I don't, I tell you I don't feel anything." We get there. I get out of the car. I walk around. It's on a corner of a block, so I'm walking down the sidewalk. I go back in the car. I said, "I didn't feel nothing. It doesn't mean it's not. I just don't feel nothing." We
Right.
get back in the car. We're driving back towards my house. I said, "Stop the car on another block," and they stopped the car. I go, "That house right there. Something really evil there." She like, "Oh my God!" I said, "What?" Long time ago, the little boy was killed in that garage by the neighbor. Butchered this kid in that garage.
Wow.
So I felt it. I
right.
know what you mean. You're walking. You feel it right
I got
away.
a feeling.
I don't
Yeah.
get it all the time.
Wow.
Once in a while, I'll get a feeling of dread. No,
Yeah.
I do. I get a feeling
Twice
of
a
dread.
month when I'm filling out the alimony check.
Amon Asante? Judge Shred?
Yeah. No, you know what? I used to be like you're familiar with the magazine Weird New Jersey?
Yes, I just
Yeah.
looking at
Oh
it
yeah,
today.
yeah.
I met him.
There was a book. Yeah, I saw the book.
Yeah, they do book
I
series
actually
too.
experienced something there. I couldn't believe it was in the book. I got to share with you.
I used to go around to all those different places and do like
Investigations?
Yeah, but you get in trouble now because the cops are always because it's private property or whatever.
Right.
We used to go to the years ago.
He's in the refrigerator.
Yeah, no, we went.
There's
to,
something here. I know it. Has my name written all over it.
We went to Overlook Hospital, which was a nut hospital
up North Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, up in
Summit.
Well, not it's now in Summit, but it used to be in.
Near the Oranges. It's right near the
Yeah, it
Oranges.
used to be in like West Caldwell, Orange,
Yeah.
and we used to go up the back road and used to see like they used to have lobotomy tables there, and there was blood on them still. Years like that. I mean, the whole place fell into disrepair.
Brother, have a
And-
bottle in front of me, then a frontal bottom.
And then we went to another place called Blair's Den, which was an
Yeah,
old
yeah.
mansion by this guy who died, and with the tomb of the 12 nuns and all these crazy things. It was cool, you know. The Demon Alley. You go into this house, and there's like literally thousands of bats just inhabiting this one house.
Oh, a baseball fan.
So, you know, the orphanage and Annie's Road and all these things. But see, how as cool as it was, sometimes you get somebody who will say the thing with Annie's Road is they say if you go down this exit in the parkway, if you put your car in neutral, your car will back up.
Gravity Hill.
Yeah,
I've been on that.
They're saying that a kid got hit by a car and it's the mother trying to pull the car back to save the kid, but in reality it's an optical illusion and the car normally does. So that's what it ruins. It's like when you tell a magician's secret, it's like the whole
Right.
mystique is ruined.
Some things
Yeah.
are magic, some things are real.
But what was you saying you in the book?
So, true story. So here I am. It was late at night coming back from one of my parties, and it was probably about 12 o'clock at night or so. I'm dead tired driving up the parkway. And, like, I had to reach down to scratch my foot while I'm driving. There's nobody on the road. I'm driving. And I looked up, and I saw this huge guy. It was, like, around, what is that? Where did... Pine Barrens. It was in the
okay.
Pine Barrens
Oh,
section.
boy.
And there was this huge guy right above the trees.
Sasquatch.
No, it was right above the trees with a trench coat, a black guy. It was a shadow, a large shadow, bigger than life, went like this, and whoa, and my heart stopped. I was shaking like a leaf, and all of a sudden I'm like, and then all of a sudden, like literally, like I came across that book, Weird New Jersey and whatnot, and just for the hell of it, I just opened it up. And it said about one of the mistakes of the parkway was a guy dressed up in black in a trench coat that opens up his trench. And I said, oh, my God, it wasn't just me. But it's like right now, emotionally, I'm reliving it again
Right.
Oh,
because
wow.
it was so real.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
There's a
my
lot
God.
of cool-
I just could not believe I saw it. I
Well,
thought it was,
let's be fair too. You said you were scratching your foot. I mean, you're white. It was probably only 4 inches.
that's it. That's it.
Were you eating mushrooms that day? The shrooms.
It was on pizza.
Mushrooms
You know
are good
what's
for
funny? God's honest truth. I never did drugs my whole life. I never did drugs, but I
Me
always
too.
used to make my family, my friends laugh a lot. It was just something natural, like you guys.
Yeah.
And my friends say to me, Artie, I will pay for whatever you want. If you're this wild and this funny without drugs, you name it, I'll buy it, and I want to see you do something.
If it helps, I've done enough for two of us.
Thank you.
I told Paul, I said I never did drugs either. I said, but I wanted to do in a controlled environment. I wanted to
That's the
take,
only way you can do
what,
that.
LSD or acid or something?
You have to do that in a controlled environment, and you
Yeah.
have nothing planned the next day because it drains you. But it opens. It really.
But
it
think
does to
about
your
that when
brain.
you
I've been
train
thinking
your
about it.
sinuses
Believe it or
are
not,
clear.
I've really been thinking about
It
the
really
acid thing.
opens up a lot
You
of.
should do a video
because
about that.
Seriously.
you're psychic, and I'm very that much that way, and it really opens everything up.
Really?
You you actually feel tapped into everything alive, whether it be trees or anything alive. You've tapped into it.
Hey, you know where I can score something?
Now we're talking some smack here,
I've seen
folks.
some since the late '70s.
Where's Monk when you need him?
But you have to do it in a controlled environment, and
We could do a whole
Yeah.
thing. Artie on acid.
I got news for you. We would have a following like you wouldn't
Oh, my
believe.
God.
we should do a show like that, a live show, like a marathon, 4-hour show, just talk.
That's so funny.
It's very strange.
There's Artie
experience.
running by naked again. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but
stop.
that, you know, that was cool stuff in that book. What was the other thing that
I did a show with him. He has the second book out now too.
Who's that?
The guy did that weird New Jersey stuff.
Oh, I can't think
We
of
did a
his
show
name.
somewhere. He was signing books at the
Yeah.
show I did.
They're at the Asbury Park Punk Flea Market this weekend.
Oh,
Those
really?
guys, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see the. I never got the book. I used to get the magazines.
I
that used
still
to come
do,
out
twice a
monthly.
year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a magazine that I used to
didn't
get
even
it at
know.
Barnes
Latest
and
issue
Noble.
just came out a week or two ago.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of the
good,
stuff
worth
is
reading.
repeat though. We used to do strange things when we used to play like Manhunt in the cemetery. And,
You're not going to find anybody.
yeah, no.
I think he's underground.
Did you tip any tombstones? Or was
No,
it a
we
Jewish
ne- we
cemetery?
never
Everything was
desecra-
on the ground.
You know what? Thank God we never desecrated nothing. But we had
Good.
this one girl in high school.
What are
Her
you guys
name-
all constipated?
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
We had a girl named Renee Formato, and she was very promiscuous.
Okay.
As you know, as it were, and
Right
she
down
used-
promiscuous.
her big thing was to have sex in the cemetery.
Really?
So every time we see her, we start singing Ozzy's "Children of the Grave."
But Artie, she only made love when the spirit moved her.
Oh, moved her every weekend.
That
But
is
that
too
was
funny.
funny. Yeah, that was probably the weirdest place to ever have.
I would think so.
Yeah.
How about in the ass?
I don't know, Tim. Are you speaking from experience?
It hurts.
Take it out,
It hurts.
Gene. Have we got anything yet? Okay.
Hey, Gene, didn't get a chance to tell the guys he picked up a rare recording. It was Neil Diamond performing in Staten Island at an Italian-American festival. Dig
Really?
this song they played for me. Bafangul, everybody knows one.
That's the Italian version.
When
Me
did you
and
see
you.
food? When did you
Ruben
see
says to
food?
remove the food and iced tea, or this will be
What
your
is
last.
that? What is that on the screen?
I do have my water up there. I'm sorry.
What's that on the screen?
I don't know. It's a threat.
It's a threat.
What is it? I
Yeah,
can't
he's
see.
Ubin.
saying in your face.
Who's
You
Ubin?
need to
That should be
take a
Uber.
sip of it.
Here we go. Bring them up when you're ready.
Hello? Did they hit the button or something? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, it's Leah Thompson.
Oh,
All right. Hey, Leah.
All right, everybody. It is 8 o'clock. Joining us now live on the show. She is an extra special guest tonight. She is a phenomenal actor, director, and TV producer.
everything.
And we are so honored to have her. And you've known everything she's done. Please welcome for the first time on American Forces Network, Hamilton Radio.net, and the Animal House Radio Show. Please welcome Leah Thompson.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
Wolverines!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my God, Leah! I got to tell you, I met you at the convention about a month ago, and you were the sweetest person that I've ever met. I've been doing this for about 10 years, and I don't know what you're eating in the morning, but you seem to have found the fountain of youth because you still look like you're 19 years old. So I want to know what the secret is.
Oh, dear God. Oh, no secret.
Just staying happy, right?
You need glasses. That's it.
I was going to say, for me, it could be glaucoma for me, but
Oh, I know you're busy doing a movie right now, and I want to thank you for taking the time. This means a lot to us. It's just an honor to have you on.
And the soldiers appreciate it too, I'm sure. They're going to love
Oh
this.
yeah, just the buzz.
I'm so excited. I was so excited all day to do this.
Thank you so much. This is your first time with us, so I want to start from the beginning. I think I read somewhere in a previous interview that you said that acting wasn't your first choice. You actually started out as a dancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was a ballet dancer in Minnesota and Pennsylvania and New York, and at some point I just decided that I would be better at acting, so I quit and started acting.
Plus, it's a longer career. I mean, ballet is a very short career.
But it's
right?
leading you right to Dancing with the Stars, too.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's coming
I
up.
had a great time on Dancing with the Stars. It was wonderful.
I bet.
Is it as grueling as they say? Like, you really have to, like, rehearse, like, many hours a day and weeks?
For dancing, sure.
Yeah, it's really hard. They never give you a day off, and you have to rehearse 5-6 hours a day, just straight. So
sure.
How many weeks is that before the actual show starts? When you're
you only
practicing?
get like maybe 2 weeks.
Oh wow,
That's
that's
not
a
much.
crash course.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a really a crash course. Hey, can I ask you guys something? Does
Sure.
this sound really weird to you guys, or just to me?
It might be on your end.
You
'cause
know
that's good
nothing
here.
about me. Everything's weird.
Are you getting a feedback or anything?
Yeah, as long as it sounds good to you, that's fine with
No,
me.
it does.
Yeah.
Wanted to
Yeah,
be
no,
sure.
we're fine.
It might
yeah.
be the Skype. Sometimes that happens on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it an echo?
No problem.
Now, Leah, you said you decided to do acting. What was the draw, though? Was it some like a specific actor or actress that drew you into it, or was it
Or
just
a part, or yeah.
You know, I just loved performing, and I loved being part of a team. You know, like you guys would understand in the armed forces, like it's great to be just part of a team, and that's how I feel like every time I do a movie. And
Sure.
it's, we're all trying to dig in and get something done, and I love that. So
Yeah.
once I figured out I couldn't do it as a dancer,
Yeah.
I was super just looking for some other way to express myself and be part of a team. So I just got lucky and started acting.
Well, it's
Well, like
not
Artie says, it
luck.
meant to be.
I'm telling you, we're on the same zone. He took the words out of my mouth.
Meant
It's
to
not
be.
luck when you have talent, Leah. I mean,
You picked the right thing. You picked the right choice.
you were on a roll in the '80s, and watching. And just between me and you, everybody else, close your ears. Because I have a reputation to protect them. Being a tough guy, but I really love the Jane Doe character. You are such a badass. I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. I love that show. I loved being like housewife by day and like super cool sleuth by night.
Catwoman at
I
night. love
that show.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that they allowed me to direct, so I directed 2 of those, and that was really fun.
No, actually, Leah, I want to ask you, out of all the roles you played, forget the part you played or forget the movie you're in, which movie did you have the most fun making?
Red Dawn.
Oh, God, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
That's interesting.
What
That's
a
a
great
great
flick,
movie.
too.
Yeah,
I know.
because it was just like the craziest summer camp ever with
Right.
the horses and guns and helicopters and
Right.
tanks and like insane, It was
And
just
Charlie Sheen. That's got to be fun.
Charlie Sheen, Patrick Swayze.
Swayze, yeah.
C. Thomas Howell was like a stunt man, and we did all these crazy stunts on horses together, which was really fun.
That is so
Oh,
cool.
wow.
I
Yeah,
never would
yeah.
expected that. That's cool.
No, you know what? It was
Yeah.
a great for us that grew up in the '80s. It's an iconic movie, but I wouldn't expect that answer, even though I loved it.
Well, she's talking about the most fun she had making. It hasn't
Yeah,
been the movie.
I love all her
Yeah.
movies. I
Yeah.
really liked all the right moves, and even though I loved Howard the Duck, and that leads me to my next question: is that you actually singing the vocals to that song, Leah?
Yeah, I sang 3 or 4 songs. Let's see.
Wow,
yeah,
wow.
I sang all those songs, and
Wow.
and they have a little fan following. The Cherry Bomb. That was our band called
Yeah.
Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, right.
You're a
right.
quadruple threat.
Yeah,
You really are.
Lee,
Well, in this world now, you have to diversify your skills in order to make a living.
Yeah, you're right.
Leah, we were discussing before you called how there's no really coincidences in this world.
Right,
But to
right.
me, it seems too much of a coincidence. You went from Howard the Duck to Howard the Husband. That's a heck of a
Yes.
coincidence, though.
Either way, you get a bill.
Yeah.
There we go. But I'm bummed. That was awesome.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
I know Howard the Duck always inspires puns.
Right.
Yeah, my husband, we've been married for almost 30 years.
That's great.
Yeah, Howard Deutsch, Howard the Duck. It's close.
Yeah.
People think he directed the movie, but he did not.
You know
Right,
what?
right.
We need more of that kind of relationships because this, I don't know what's going on with society. Everybody's going to hell in a handbasket. We need more like, traditional values and Leah,
Fun.
when
We need
you
fun.
You think I'm divorced twice?
Leah, when you do the conventions, what amazes you the most about the fans? Because like I said, I've been to so many conventions, and you're like everybody's best friend when they meet you, and it's genuine. It's not like, all right, here, give me $50. Here's an autograph. Thank you. We'll see you.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
No, you know what? It's so lovely to go around the country and meet people, normal people, who are just like out to have a good time, and they have their thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's a horror thing, and sometimes it's a Back to the Future thing, or whatever it is. But I just really enjoy people, and I enjoy meeting them.
Yeah, she
and
has a genuine. You
I've
have a
never
genuine
been-
appreciation. That's what it is.
Well, and also, I've always been a person who tries to not be weird about being, famous or something. So
Right.
it's really fun for me to just meet people.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's funny how some people know more about what you said in movies than you do. It's amazing. People know every little line you said. You say, I don't remember saying that.
Sounds like my shows. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know?
We had Kane Hodder on, who plays Jason from the Friday the 13th movie. We asked him the same question, and he says, somebody came up to me on a movie that I shot for one day. He's like, I don't even remember it. I said, how did he even know that?
I have people say to me sometimes, I remember you used to do this bit. Like, I never did that bit. It wasn't me.
It was another comedian.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, I know. Especially the show I did in the 90s, Caroline in the City. I don't remember anything that happened when I did that show. It was so fast.
Yeah.
And I did 100 of them. So people will say, remember that? And I'll be like, I don't remember anything. I'll watch it and I won't remember anything.
And then they brought your character into a Friends episode, which is like, wow, it was incredible. That's how big your role was.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I got to assume you had a lot of fun making the Back to the Future movies with that cast, too. I mean, you had Tom Wilson, Michael Fox, and you had Christopher Lloyd. I mean, what a cast. I mean, you must have had a lot of fun making those movies.
Yeah, we and it's been really fun because we've been doing like a little we've been going to conventions together, so it's really fun to kind of hang out and reminisce and really realize how much we liked each other. Like we did not we just really liked each other, and we shot for a total of 1.5 years together.
Oh my God.
oh, wow, that's long.
It's like family after a while,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Plenty of time to get mad at each other, but we didn't.
You know what I always say, Leah? I grew up in the 80s, and for some reason, those movies back then, there was just something special about them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking other movies, but the movies today are good, but they don't, I don't know
You can't
what it is.
compare.
I mean, the chemistry is always there from those movies, and like I said, when I go to conventions, like, I'm a big fan of yours. I've been since, I think, All the Right Moves. I was one of my first movies that I saw. And Casual
Thank
Sex
you.
with Andrew Dice Clay. That was hysterical. And I just want to go and see somebody that made me happy during my childhood, my teenage years, and just say thank you. And and it's just, years ago when you saw all these people on TV, you would never dream that you'd be able to interact with them like you do now. And I think it's so great.
Carlo's right. You really are, man. I tried to do that recently. I found out she got deported back to Korea.
Leah, do you
North or south?
Was it a hard transition for you from being on the big screen to doing a sitcom?
It's a lot faster.
Right, different
TV
pace.
you have to work a lot faster. So it requires a certain amount of skill, like a different kind of skill.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's a different muscle entirely.
Yeah, you got to learn faster. You got to learn your lines.
Look at the soap opera people. They have to learn scripts every day.
Oh,
That's got to be incredibly hard.
Is it easy or hard for
That's
you to remember your lines? Like overall, did it take a time for you to develop that, or is that something that you just naturally had like a really good, memory banks in your brains?
I had to do a show. I'm usually really pretty fast once I kind of get how the writers write.
Right.
But when I did my show Switched at Birth, which is on Netflix right now, a lot of people like that show. I had to do sign language, so learning the lines and the signs with it was really hard.
I would think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, really hard.
Yeah, we're talking more than just flipping the bird, I think, right?
Tell us about the Netflix. Tell us about Tell us the Switch by Birth. Tell us the plot of that, because I haven't seen that yet.
Switched at Birth it was about two girls who were switched at birth, and they figure out when they're 16, and the families then have to figure out what to do. But the families are really different. One is like a super upper middle class, and one is a poor single mother who's a recovering alcoholic. So, and is also Puerto Rican. So it's very interesting because the two families have to figure out how to get along.
Resolve it, yeah.
And speak Spanish, yeah.
So it's a drama. It's a drama.
Cuando arreglo mi cuarto.
Yeah, it's a drama. It's kind of a drama, but people really love it. They're really big fans of it because we really drew a lot of attention to deaf culture, and we inspired a lot of people to learn how to do sign language, and also just people with disabilities. All kinds of topics were dealt with, really deep topics, and I never knew what side the writer was on. She was very fair about what side
she was
on.
That's very good.
What scene?
Yeah.
Was there ever a scene that was offered to you, or a moment that was offered to you where you felt like, no way, I don't want to do that? Was there anything that you just refused or didn't want to do? Yeah, a specific scene or something about anything of anything.
I've been lucky to not be in, like, sometimes, like, if you were in True Blood or something like that, or in Game of Thrones, I'm sure there's scripts that come to you and they're like, and you're naked and there's 7 guys and you're screaming and you're bloody and you're killing someone, with a hatchet.
Right.
I've never had to do that where I would really, like, have to do something like that I was scared of, but no, I can't. That's a really good question. I've never been asked that before.
I'm envious because that was my marriage number 2.
She was a real cut up.
Yeah.
Leah, we just welcomed a new host on the show. His name is Artie Hoffman, and this is not a bit. He is a legit, bona fide psychic and spiritual advisor. So if you want, you can ask him a question. If you have a specific question, he'll believe me.
He's 100% right every time.
He's the real deal.
He's the real deal.
He predicted the Titanic.
I don't impose myself upon somebody. If you ask me, if you want to know an outcome or a question about something, I'll tell you, but I don't like to impose myself. And, some people, might not be into it, but if there was ever any time that you wanted to know something about certain outcomes, about literally anything.
What? That's crazy.
It is. I know. I can't even believe I do it.
Am I supposed to do that right now?
No. Only if you had something in mind you were wondering.
It could be off the air, it could be on the air. But if you want to know anything, I'll be more than happy to have my angels talk to your angels.
I'll give you an example, Leah. He's got a book out called Angels and Answers. But last week on the show we had Tommy James on, and we asked him the same question. And Artie told him that he is going to get offered. He sees him being offered an animated.
Score,
and 24 hours later, he got asked to do something.
No way.
Yes.
True story.
To watch a cartoon.
Shut up. No way.
Let me ask him.
Okay.
Then I'll ask you something right now. Which one of these movies that I have right now should I direct? Can I tell you the names of them?
Yes.
Yeah. Because when you say
yeah.
Go ahead.
There's my Daughter of the Bride, and what's the other one? To Have and to Hold. Which one should I direct?
Is that a remake? To Have and to Hold?
No, it's not a remake.
Okay.
The Daughter, the first one.
Okay.
That's more family. That's more family oriented. I think.
Yeah. The Daughter. Yep.
Is that a comedy?
Why do you think that?
No, there's
bigger
no.
audience.
There's no. See, the thing is, there is no thinking what I do. See, when I explain things to people, I don't say this is what I think. I tell them this is what I feel. And so you have to understand, it doesn't come from me. It just comes from a higher source. So I'm listening to your voice and I'm listening to the other side at the same time, and I get these feelings. So when you I got a feeling. I
I got the
caught
same
on
thing
this.
you did, though. It feels like it's a bigger audience for the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Bigger
Is
audience.
that a comedy, The Daughter of the Bride?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going to be a huge success.
There you go.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's a bigger audience, Leah. It's definitely a bigger audience.
Just for the heck of it, to have it to hold, is that got something to do with Bruce Jenner's surgery?
Stop it, Sam.
But look how big Father of the Bride was for Steve Martin.
Heck yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's
that's
a big
right.
audience. You're talking about a major audience.
Tim, you shouldn't be talking like that. Leah has virgin ears. Shame on you.
I predict you're going to be ultra famous one day.
You heard it here.
You're-
1,001st.
Now, you're gorgeous. I got to tell you, you are absolutely gorgeous.
Well, you don't have to be psychic to say that.
Now she's blushing. You can hear the blushing right over the radio.
She is.
That's
I think
so
that-
funny. Well, all I've been doing is cleaning all day. So I'm actually I'm in Montana, so I've been like cleaning a brush all day. So
Oh, jeez.
I know it's tough to get the hair out of a brush. I know.
Yeah.
I met one girl. Only this one girl. I met one girl. Her name was Montana. I thought that was the coolest.
It is a great name.
Yeah.
What
I know
a
a girl
cool
named-
mom
I
to
know-
name her daughter Montana.
I know a girl named Dakota, too, though, yeah.
And Dakota is
Yeah.
another one of my favorite
Yeah, it's a
names.
good name, yeah.
Yeah, you support single moms $1 at a time, right?
I think, Leah, anything you do, you're going to be successful at because you have the positive aura about you, you know? So you're going to be fine no matter what you do.
well, you guys are like the funniest people ever. I've never had such a great interview. You're so funny.
Well, I got nothing to lose. You're married.
You know what it is, Leah? When I first started the show, there's everything around us is all drama, and believe me, if there's a hotbed topic that is in our society,
We won't cover it.
No, we'll cover that, but
No, we like to keep it light and fun.
yeah,
you know?
I wanted to create a show for 2 hours a week, and then we were lucky enough to be a part of American Forces Network. That you know how I classify it? It's a Calgon moment for 2 hours a week.
You forget about the outside world.
Don't worry about outside world, the mortgage, the kids. It's just take you away, and everything is lighthearted.
Try to
It's
keep it
about
fun, yeah.
because I think we all need to laugh more, and we all need to lighten up.
Exactly.
So
Let me ask you this question: Does it bother you when people just stop? When you're in that mode, you're out in public, and people want to stop you and, oh, can I take a picture? Oh, can I take a picture? Oh, can I have a? I mean, does that ever get old, or does that ever become bothersome to you?
I think it only depends upon where what's
Circumstances.
going on in your life.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of eating your food.
If you're busy or bleeding.
Yeah. Or with your kids, you don't want your kids being bombarded
Yeah,
either,
yeah.
so.
But I would think living in Montana, too, it's a little more isolated. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would think it would be, right?
Well, I'm only here sometimes. I'm only here sometimes, but yeah, people here don't seem to recognize me very often. But
That's good.
And most of the time, I like it. It's just if you're upset or you're chasing your kids,
It's a
or,
good feel.
or something
Right.
like that.
No, I
Or-
understand.
Or if people say like, "You're that girl," tell me what you did.
Well, your daughters are incredibly successful, too, at the beginning of their careers. Tell us a little about that.
Well, my daughter Madeline is a writer and a composer and an actor, and she and I did a movie together called The Year of Spectacular Men. It's on Hulu right now if you want to watch it, or iTunes. And I directed it, and she and my daughter Zoe were in it. So we were all in it.
That's
and
great.
my daughter wrote all the songs and the score and the script and acted in it. So that's Maddie Deutsch. That's my older daughter. And she also is a director.
It's called genetics. It's called genetics.
Leah, did
Yeah.
you encourage them to get into acting, or they found the love on their own? But I mean, having a tremendously talented mom doesn't hurt either. But did they want to follow in your footsteps, or they came across that on their own?
Well, yeah. Well, Zoe's my younger daughter is really successful. She was in YHIM, Vampire Academy.
Oh, wow.
What else? Oh, she did a movie called Before I Fall. She just had a movie on Netflix that was a big hit called Set It Up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's on the new a new show called The Politician on Netflix.
Oh, that's
So
great.
she's got she's done a lot. She starred in a lot of movies. She just had a movie at Tribeca called Buffaloed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She had a movie
About
called
Wings.
Flower. So she has a big fan base.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's a really, really up and coming actress.
Yeah,
she's
she's
on
on her
everybody's
way,
list.
yeah.
So wanted to act, but I wouldn't let her act till she was 16.
Good.
Smart
Very
move.
good,
That's a
yeah.
smart move.
How hard is it to be a director and an actor at the same time in the same movie?
And a parent.
Yeah, really.
That's hard, probably.
Is it
It's
hard
a
at all, or
lot.
it's not even hard?
You have to separate them,
It's a
right?
lot.
have to
It's a
separate the
lot.
two.
Directing
Yes, it
is
is.
really hard because a lot of people don't realize that movies are we shoot for really long hours. It's
Right.
not 9 to 5.
Right.
Yeah, it's not 90 minutes like you see on the screen.
Right.
No, but I would think
No.
that if you're acting, because a lot of time, as a director, you're the one that's sitting back and having a large peripheral to be able to look at everything and how you want things to be. So it's like while you're also acting in it, it's I can't imagine being
Well,
an
it's
an
not
actor and a
easy,
director.
yeah,
It's got to be really challenging.
And plus, the director.
I give you a lot of credit.
Plus, the director's involved with the movie right to the very end, right? The editing and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
you put a lot of time in.
No, but I'm just talking about the acting because it's the
Yeah.
creative part. But if you're
Right.
like thinking like, excuse me for saying like business, like 'cause
Well, when
it's
you
directing.
when you're incredibly talented like Leah Thompson, who's got a resume that is like
I know, from here to Indiana, I know.
Yeah, Leah, being that you have done directing, is your first love still in front of the camera, or you're starting to favor doing stuff behind the camera now?
I like them both. I
Yeah.
just acted in a movie, and that was really fun. I like to do both,
Right.
but I think directing is more fun right now, just because I can use everything that I've learned through the
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Leah,
Yeah, so
Yeah, you could have your vision come forward,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Yeah,
I'd like
yeah.
to contact you after the show. The reason why I often really thought I could be a good director. No, I do, and I'm basing that on the fact I frequently tell people, "Get the fuck away from me."
And he has a bullhorn. And you have a bullhorn.
Yes.
Now, Leah, let me ask you a question. This is like a standard question that I ask a lot of the celebrities, especially people with your intense, experience and body of work. Does it bother you that, even though I know it's an iconic movie, Back to the Future, does it bother you that sometimes you get pigeonholed and say, listen, that was a great movie and I'm proud to be a part of it, but I've done other things too.
She's never been pigeonholed though. She's one of those people that has not been pigeonholed.
No, but you get these people that'll
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
hey, and they're so, I don't want to say ignorant, but like they don't realize how much she's done, especially, I guess because I'm a diehard that goes back from the beginning. I don't know. Does that bother you sometimes?
You know what bothers me? No, I'm really happy to be known for Back to the Future, but what does bother me is when people say, so you quit acting after Back to the Future. What have you been doing? And I'm like, no.
Way.
Are you
Right.
kidding me?
No
It's
way.
true. A lot of people don't know. They don't.
And those are the people that'll say, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Those are the ones you got to worry about.
But I really am your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Those are the people you got to watch out
That's
for.
true. That is true.
Them and all the paparazzi in the brush.
And women with blue hair that are driving.
Listen, Lee, if you ever have a problem, we know people. We
We
can
know
have somebody
people.
out there in 3 hours on a plane.
Accidents happen.
Even though there are no accidents.
Oh boy! So what's the one thing you're according to Colleen? She says you're currently doing something right now. You're filming.
I just finished, and then and now I'm going to Dallas to do a Dallas Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
very
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
But I stopped in Montana because I had to check on my neighbors and my brush.
Yeah.
I had to check on my brush.
Let me ask you something. Were you ever surprised by the success of one of your films that you've done? Like you thought that it would only just be so-so, but it turned out to be like a major wow.
Juggernaut, yeah.
Yeah. Like, a sleeper, as you will. But was there any surprises to you that you said, wow, I didn't realize it was going to be that big?
I'm sure Back to the Future, but I also, when I did Some Kind of Wonderful, it didn't really open very well.
Right.
And
Now it's a cult
but
thing?
people
Yeah.
love Some Kind of Wonderful.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's really endured. So that surprises me how Some Kind of Wonderful endured.
That became like a cult hit.
I
It really
love
did,
that
yeah.
movie. Every time I see it, I want to kick Hardy's ass so bad.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, get a poster, and you can throw darts at it.
But I have had a few movies. I've had a few movies that I thought were just terrible that got into Sundance, like the
Right.
big
Yeah.
film festivals.
Right.
Is there anything?
I'm like, that movie sucked.
You know what? When you can actually say that, that shows, class. She's not, everything I touch turns to gold. She's, there's art sometimes that.
You know what, though? I can see that. As an actor, if a movie sucks, it's not your fault. But if you're a director and a movie sucks, then it's your fault. So it depends. If it's just an actor, it's not your problem. You didn't cause it. You didn't control it.
Leah, was there anything that you turned down that you regretted that you said, I don't want to do this, and it turned out to be something? Or
Me.
I can't think of that. I mean, I was really close to getting a few movies that I didn't get, and always it was Julia Roberts who got them. So there was only that I regret.
It's all right.
But I didn't trip her.
No, and you should have no regrets because you're having and you've had and
please.
still having a great career. So.
Yeah, both.
So I wouldn't
behind the
complain.
camera too.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Well, if you're gonna lose a movie, you're losing to Julia Roberts. You don't feel so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she's got like 15-pound lips, Julia Roberts. You know what I mean? Lee is natural.
There you go. But I mostly feel lucky that I've had a really good life, and I've had like time to spend with my kids, and my kids are great, and I'm still married, so all those things feel like lucky to me.
And you survived Hollywood, which is hard to do too sometimes. A lot of people don't survive.
It is.
Yeah, so you
And
did-
life
you did
is
good.
far from over. You've got so much more to give us.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I love about you. When I met you, you don't show no signs of slowing down. And what would you say is the secret to surviving Hollywood?
Getting out.
Paul
Going to Montana.
Paul actually
I
speaks
think-
from experience. So
You really have to not believe your PR and
Right.
like hold your family close and try to stay like normal and love the people. Love the people that you're making movies for.
Right.
And that's what I've tried to do.
what's not believing Puerto Ricans got to do with it?
What would you say the biggest challenges for your marriage, where you're being an actress, being as popular and as fantastic as your career has been? What's the biggest challenge? Because when you have a career that's powerful, because a lot of times you're away from each other for so long. Like, what's the compromise? What do you FaceTime all the time now, or?
What, are you
it's
trying
like-
to cause friction? What are you trying to do over there?
Yeah, right.
No. You know why? Because this is something that I think about a lot. As I was growing and making my career, as my career was growing more and more. I mean, granted, I haven't made it up to that light yet, but yeah, but
It's balance. Everything's about balance. Everything's about balance.
No, I understand that, but
She's obviously done it.
right. But what I'm saying is, what are some of the things that maybe you do that other people miss
Right.
to keep a healthy relationship and still keep a healthy career?
There you go. There's the question.
That's what I'm
good.
talking about.
That's good.
I think, some people say, like, how do you stay married? I just say, don't get divorced. But
Put everything in your name.
I think my husband has a really strong sense of humor, and
That's
he
a
makes
lot.
me laugh, and
Good.
he keeps me talking. Like, sometimes really nice Midwestern people you think are really open, but they're not. And
Right.
so he keeps me. He's a New Yorker.
Oh, there
so
you
he
go.
always gets me. He's like, "What's bothering you? Talk about it."
And he can- he always-
Laughter really is the best medicine.
It definitely is. No
That
doubt
and
about it.
oxycodone.
It is.
My wife always said that to me. My wife, that's why she went
Yeah,
out with me. 'cause I made her
seriously,
laugh.
yeah, it's the
I made her
best.
laugh.
Well, see, you've probably been lucky, Leah, that your career affords you to still have time with your family and still pursue your career at this point.
But
you
she's
know?
made that commitment to it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
why.
you're a veteran of the game now, so it's a lot. I think it's a lot easier for you than if you were just starting out.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I've always had really, like you're talking about, really strong family values. I've always taken care of my mom, and I've always taken care of my sisters and brothers and the people around me and my uncles and aunts. And,
Right.
I've kept a really strong family around me. So
That's
I think
important.
that really helps.
Definitely.
Just being, my mother-in-law lives in my house.
Right.
Oh, that's got to be fun. It's like everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Rain Man. Lee, I actually think I read that you, since you're the youngest sibling in the family, that you feel like you've had like two sets of people raising you, your mother and your older siblings. Is that true? You've said that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Makes sense,
my
yeah.
sister still takes care of me. You were talking to Colleen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's wonderful. Yes.
Carlo just put it together.
Yeah, no. No, I've been, trading correspondence with her. Vincent has
Right.
too, and that's her assistant, and it's her
Right.
sister. That's great.
And that's smart. That's very smart.
Lee, you had mentioned before that you had got the chance to work with your kids. That's got to be one of the greatest feelings, though, in a movie, right?
It is. It is. It's really great because you get to know them in a kind of a different way,
Yeah.
And I'm just so proud of them, the people they are, and how kind and good they are, and hardworking.
You know why? That's because kids are a reflection of their parents. That's why.
Now, if you're at a convention, say you go to Dallas Comic Con over the weekend, and you have somebody who's a fan, obviously, and they have a desire to pursue acting, what would your advice be to that person?
Don't do it.
A lot of them would say that.
Get out. Get out while you can.
A lot of acting is really good for a lot of different careers.
Sure.
And whether or not you end up being an actor, it's just good to get up and learn how to talk in front of people
Yes.
Right.
and learn how to, present yourself. And so I wouldn't discourage it for anyone. But the thing is it's so much work. People just think it's like you show up and you're glamorous and
Exactly.
there's makeup and then you're famous and rich. But
Exactly.
it's really a lot of work.
All the times I've had to present myself in front of a judge and a jury, I'd be a damn good actor. I am so prepared.
Well, I guess it's we had Tiffany on, who was she's a singer from the '80s, and
Yeah.
we had a young girl who's a friend of the show. Her name is Domini Monroe, and she's got the voice of an angel, and she's just starting out. And I would think the advice would be the same, whether it be music or acting.
Yeah.
Tiffany told her, because she went to go meet a producer, and he wasn't very flattering to her, and for a month she was in like a stupor. So I had Tiffany give her a call to try to just give her some encouragement, and she said, in this business, and like I said, I'm assuming it means it goes for acting too. You got to be prepared for praise and rejection.
Yeah, exactly. You better be thick-skinned. You gotta be thick-skinned.
Yeah, I believe it. I do.
I always tell people it's not the performing is the love, but the business end of the business is the hard part. That's the hard part.
It's and I don't have Artie's powers or visions, but for some reason I see you teaching acting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, that's nice. Well, that's sometimes when I'm directing, that's what I feel like, and that's what I like about it is that I can be a teacher, especially to the young people. I can tell them the little shortcuts that I've learned, and and instill those kinds of things that I've learned over the 40 years I've been acting.
Oh, my
35
goodness.
years. So I love directing for that reason, that I can teach, and because I think it's bad not to teach once you reach a certain point. It helps you
pass it on,
not be bitter,
Yeah, pass
Right.
on
Oh,
your knowledge.
absolutely.
Pass on your knowledge.
Oh, that's wonderful. It really is.
Well, you know what? I could talk to you all night, and I want to be respectful of the time we had. And real quick, anybody got any last quick questions for her? Because
Have you done many appearances in the past in the Dallas area?
No, I don't think so. I've done a couple movies there, but
I was down there in the mid '80s. In the mid '80s, I was there. Got to meet a bunch of pro wrestlers, the Von Erich brothers from the Dallas area, and it's still a very famous name down there, Von Erich. And just don't root for the Cowboys, though. That's all, please.
So of all the places that you've ever traveled, where's one of your favorite places that you love to go to?
Montana.
Outside of Montana.
Yeah, Montana.
Big sky country.
You'd love Robbinsville.
I think
You really
Montana's
would.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Where?
Montana.
Montana.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Montana's the only place you go in this world, and you look up and you know you're in the Milky Way. You could see so many
That's where-
stars.
So you've been to Montana?
Oh yeah, it's
Really?
beautiful. It
Well,
is
what's her
beautiful.
name lives out there too? Andy McDowell. I think she has a farm in Montana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So is Harrison Ford. A lot
wow.
of people
I
live
bought
there.
my first car there, Harrison Ford.
Real quickly, I have to ask you. I really enjoyed the movie. I just wanted to get. Was it like? Did you actually get a lot of technical experience when you did Space Camp? I thought that was an amazing movie. Were you actually at like those facilities and NASA and all that? Or was everything done on a set or?
That's a good
No,
question.
we went to space camp and we went to Cape Canaveral.
Oh, cool.
And we shot in an incredible simulator of the space shuttle, like perfectly done.
Wow.
And I learned how to fly.
wow.
I learned how to fly actually to play that character. So that was cool.
Right.
Oh wow, yeah, that's amazing. Like I said, on behalf of myself and all of us that grew up in the '80s, and all the men and women who were like in the Middle East or in Germany,
over the world, they're
Europe,
everywhere,
all
man.
over the world, who enjoyed you. You have no idea what you being on here with us today.
You have 3 million people smiling at you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, please, of course.
And I just got a little.
Well-
Yeah.
This is definitely my honor, and I could tell you I was very excited all day to talk to the men and women of the armed forces. They mean so much to me
Yes.
and all of us, and it's an honor.
Absolutely, it's our honor.
Leah, before you go, can you do us a favor, do a station ID for us?
Sure.
Okay, you might want to write this down. It's a long one.
She's a 40-year
Okay.
veteran. She's a pro.
I'll tell you what you have to say. What you
Wait,
should-
no.
I'll tell you what you say. You decide you want to write it down or not.
Okay, what do I say?
You just got to introduce yourself and then say.
He's going to direct you.
Just introduce yourself and say you're listening to the Animal House Radio Show on the Hamilton Radio Network. I don't know if you want to write it down or not.
Say that slower.
Radio.
The Animal House Radio Show on the
What,
Hamilton.
Animal House, right?
Yes.
The
Animal House.
Yeah, the Animal House Radio
Radio
Show on the Hamilton Radio Network.
Yes. Whenever you're ready, you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say anything you want to say.
Hi, I'm Leah Thompson, and you're listening to the Animal House Radio Show on Hamilton Radio Network.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
That's why she's the best. There
Did
you
I
go.
tell you she was going to get it in
my
one
first take.
Did I
Look
say
at
that? Leah, God bless you. Thank
Thank
your
you so
sister
much.
You're
Connie
awesome.
for us. Maybe we can schedule a round two with you towards the holidays. We'll check in with you.
Yes. We'd so like to
I would
find,
love
yeah.
that.
If anything you want to
Be
promote,
honored.
will you come on?
Yeah.
and
We'd like to
anytime.
find out how you became a swimming instructor and you don't know how to swim. Seriously, we'd like to address that subject in a future
She's not
show.
a swimming instructor. She's a floating instructor.
And she knows how to fly. But yeah,
By the seat of her pants.
if you need anything from us, if you want to promote some, just have Colleen reach out to us. You have an open door.
Yes, you do.
Oh, thank you, guys. And you were so funny. I had a great time. Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
Leah
much,
Thompson, everybody.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you.
Good night, Leah. Thank you.
Good night.
This was great.
Right now, I feel like Donnie Iris. Leah, it's
the
been a
hell's
long,
Don
long
Imus
time.
or
You're
Iris?
such a sight.
All right. Gene, what's
great.
going on with Ruben? He's having a meltdown?
Oh, what's the matter?
I don't know. He's telling me.
No food or something
I'm
on the
getting.
tables.
There's no.
Yeah.
I don't have no food.
I had
here.
my water bottle up there. I did.
We're allowed to have water. They just don't want sodas. Everything
I
that
don't have
stains.
soda either.
I'm
We don't have anything here.
self-sufficient. I don't
I
need
didn't drink
anything.
all
I don't
day.
need
I'm
anything from
dehydrated.
anybody. Thank you very much.
Carlo, did you hear how many times we had her giggling? I mean, literally
Yes.
giggling. How
I-
many of
let me
our
tell you
guests has that
something.
happened with?
You know how Artie
lot.
gets these premonitions? I had a feeling this was going to be a home run this week because she was so sweet. If I tell you,
She has the sweetest disposition.
Yes.
She's so genuine, so natural.
it's
and
like
it just
talking
flows.
to somebody that you've known for years.
She's like butter.
The girl
She's
next door. She's
smooth.
the girl next door,
Yes,
man.
exactly.
you know, and she.
But
was-
I have the same feeling you did. The first one. Do the first movie because that's going to be a big audience.
yeah, when she
Definitely.
said that, you know what I got? When she said "Daughter of the Bride," I automatically thought of like that Steve Martin.
That's
type
why I
movie.
said Father of the Bride.
Father of
It's
the
a
Bride
major
type.
audience. They did
And-
3 of them.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a major. You're talking
gonna
about a
be
major
It's going to be.
age.
It's going to be ultra huge.
The
As big as-
demographics are giant.
As
for
big
that.
as they were before, this one's going to be even bigger.
That's right.
Especially if I'm in the movie.
Especially.
You got to look at the demographics. You have the young because they're getting married.
What
and you
about
have
the
older.
Republicans?
You have the 3 generations there. So
So if you
That's
wanna,
big.
if you wanna start calling in now, and we could do Ask Artie, even though we still have a few minutes left. But if you want to do, the number to call is 718-701-8249. If you want to ask Artie, and Artie, what's the they have to be specific.
Yeah, just make your questions specific. If you're
Right.
if you're going to ask me how's my love life, just say, are you in the relationship or who do I see in your future? And I'm very good at describing future love too. And
Keep in mind, this is Artie Hoffman. Don't call up and say, "Is this Art Garfunkel?"
just try to be specific with your
Yeah,
question. That's all.
if you want to do something on
Whatever
Facebook
you want.
and direct everybody over, if you tell them you're doing an Ask Artie and give them the phone number, you can do that now while we're on the air.
okay.
On your Facebook page, say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm on the air live now. Call 701-8249 if you want to ask me a question. And Paul, you want to do your list now?
Yeah.
Sure, you want to do that?
My
Okay.
brother.
This is a great list. This
Tim, I apologize to you tonight. I was so busy at work, I didn't get a chance to do a story for you tonight.
God,
So I will make it up next week.
Carlo,
we can make one up right now.
Carlo, you're my brother, and I am honored to be a part of this great show. So thank you. That's
Well,
thanks
there's
enough.
there's
man.
no accounting for taste.
Well, yeah. Tell me about it. Wife number 2.
Here we go. This is gonna be. We're gonna get a lot of these.
I like this new thing over here. That's good. At least the wires ain't sticking
That's
out.
right. That's why it sounds so good.
You know what was great is
comfortable.
that she's doing her brush.
She's doing her brush.
Here we go. The top 20
She didn't
movies.
say Bush. Hey, take it easy. She's a great person.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, she is. She really is.
Yeah.
What a sweet person.
So, all right, what is the list now?
The
What-
top 20 movie quotes of all time.
time.
Now this is any genre, so just top movie quotes, and this is a good list. We're gonna get a lot of them.
So there's 20.
Oh
right?
wait, I got one.
Go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah.
The Need for Speed.
No, that's not in there.
no.
That's
Is it
what-
genre?
It's not in there.
Is it genre or genre?
A genre. Any genre.
Hold on, I
Frankly,
gotta
Scarlett,
write down.
I don't give a damn.
Hold on,
That's on there. Let me
gotta-
see where that is. That's near the top. Let me see where it is. That's number 3.
Yep.
From Gone with the Wind.
Gone.
Frankly, damn. Finally, dear, I don't give a damn.
You can't handle the truth.
That's not on the list. And I was surprised.
Oh, really?
Wait, it's not on the list.
That's not on the list.
The Wizard of Oz. I
Yeah,
got a
it's a
feeling-
couple of Wizard of Oz's on there.
I got a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yes, that's
Peyton
Okay,
Manning.
my pretty.
that's Toto. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. That's the Wizard of Oz, number 15.
15. Okay. Kansas. I'm just gonna put.
And we know Toto, man.
How about
Rosanna.
anything from Animal House?
I didn't see
The
anything.
Negro stole our dates.
Do you mind if we dance with your dates? Wait, what's the?
You fucked up. You trusted us.
Don't forget, this is not just comedy. This is any genre.
Yeah,
So-
How about Forrest Gump?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
something
God,
Forrest
yeah,
Gump.
it's got to be.
Box of
Life
chocolates.
is a
of
book.
chocolates.
Life is like
Number
a
6.
book.
Number
That's good.
6.
Good, Carlo.
Number 6.
That's good. Yep.
All right, so
Movies
See,
that
I'm in that
people
thinking
quote.
stage now. I'm not going to. When on my way home, I'm going to know half that list at least.
Oh yeah. These are real recognizable.
Good.
All of them are very recognizable.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
There's only
Good job.
There's only one or two that I don't really know, but I mean, all these you got to know.
I'm trying to think of different.
Movies that people quote a lot.
Action
anyway.
movies have a lot
Yeah.
of quotes.
How about like?
Hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby. Number 16 from Terminator 2.
Oh, I'll be back.
I'll be back. That's on there too. Wait a minute. See, where is it? I'll be back. Where are you? I'll be back.
That was Johann Sebastian said that, right?
Where the hell is it?
Who are you,
I'll be
Mozart?
back.
Are
Number
you
5.
Mozart? No, I'll
be
be
back.
back.
Number 5.
Yeah.
How about
Terminator.
like May the Force be with you or something?
Good
there is-
guess.
There's 2 Star Wars. Yeah, May the Force be with you. Number 13. There's another Star
Wow.
Wars. Number 1.
Luke, I am your father.
He never said that. He doesn't say Luke, I'm your father. He says, no, I am your father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's number 1. That's number 1.
Hey, I got number 1.
Number
All
one.
right,
You are number
and
one. Hey.
So I tell you, this is going to be a good list.
That is a good
There's
list.
only one on this list that I didn't.
What was the one that's the other Star Wars number? The
number 13, number 13, and number 1.
Okay.
Yep.
May the Force. Okay. Oh boy.
Saddle up. No.
Is
okay.
Blazing Saddles on it?
No Blazing Saddles.
Come on.
I was
No.
thinking John Wayne. Saddle
What's
up.
funny is I have a whole bunch to go up to 30, and you didn't even gone to those.
Oh,
That's
wait.
great. So you're
This
getting all
one's
of them.
got to be on there. Make my day.
Yes.
Oh, Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
That is actually. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Number 20.
Oh, I'm sorry,
From
Sandy.
Sudden Impact.
The if you want to speak to or you want to ask Artie, the number to call is 718. Ask Artie 718-701-8249.
But keep in mind, he only signs, so
And
you
be
have to sign
specific.
him.
Yes.
There's another Dirty Harry one on the list too.
Oh,
It's a classic,
me,
classic line.
Smith, and
Something
Wesson.
about punk. Oh, you feeling lucky?
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta ask yourself one question: do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Number 17.
Yo, Adrian.
Oh, how sweet it is.
Yo,
That's
Adrian.
TV. That's TV.
That's right.
Yo, Adrian.
No.
Okay.
Wait, what's the other Clint Eastwood one you said was on here?
Number 20 was the Go Ahead, Make My Day. It's from Sudden Impact.
Isn't that same as 17?
No, 17. No, 17 is you got to ask yourself one question: do you feel lucky? Well, do you punk?
Do you
okay.
punk?
Two different movies. One's Dirty Harry and one's Sudden Impact. The sequel.
I love that movie. All right,
both great.
iconic movie quotes. We got to think of stuff. Oh boy.
There's
All
one.
right.
There's one cartoon one
I'm
in
in
here
that
too.
thinking stage. Damn, I can't.
There's one cartoon one in here too.
How about the Scarface? Say hello to my little friend.
Yes, it's on here.
Good
That's,
call.
Mary
Oh, whoa.
Mary
Are you
Boo
talking to me?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
the
on
taxi
here.
Are you talking to
driver?
me?
Taxi driver.
Hold on, relax.
Hold on. Let me get one at a time here. What was the first one you said?
The Scarface.
Scarface. Where the hell's Scarface? I know I saw it.
Angel Salazar.
Yeah, here it is, number 7.
Tony, open
I
the
got
fucking
this.
door.
Say hello to my little friend.
I got this one. My biological clock is ticking.
No.
Get the hell out of
No,
here.
nothing for my cousin Benny. No.
Really?
That's a great line. I thought they would have.
Oh,
Oh, my
I thought they were
God.
going to use you blend.
Richard Nashme, you're going to need a bigger boat.
Yes, from Jaws. Yes. That's
Okay,
number-
what was
number-
that one?
Number 14.
What did you say?
You're going to need a bigger boat from
You're gonna need
yours.
a bigger boat.
Oh.
Number 14.
I make you an offer you can't refuse. Godfather.
Yes.
Said there was,
that is number 4.
4.
Godfather. Yeah.
Godfather.
Offer,
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse.
Is that the only one from Godfather?
There was another one after the 20. Let me think.
Oh, okay.
I did see another one.
Oh, leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah.
Oh, that's classic.
That's after the 20s, though. That's
Yeah.
like 20 something.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, Mo Green had one. You guineas make me laugh.
No,
Richard-
but there is a Mo Green one on one of the lists.
Yep.
Mo Green.
I'm Mo Green. I was doing it before you. I
Yep,
was doing
yep.
Bones.
Man,
That's
I
on
was
there.
making my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
Yeah, that's after 20 though.
I talked to Barzini. I can make a deal with him and still keep my hotel.
Smart, Mikey. I'm smart.
Oh, yes, the one you said, Artie. You're talking to me, or someone said that's
Oh, taxi
That's
driver.
number 18.
Taxi
Yeah.
driver, yeah.
That was number
Taxi
18.
Or Uber driver.
Oh, Uber, yeah, Richard Nasmy says Bond. James
Yes, that's
Oh, good call.
number 9.
Bond. How about
call.
shaken, not stirred?
No, that's the only one from James
That's a
Bond.
good call, though.
That's the only one
Yeah.
from James Bond.
John.
You're doing good. I told you this is gonna be a good
Artie.
list. 'Cause
I
it's
do
got
that.
like a-
I do that a lot. Like when they ask, what's your name? When you go to have a table, and he goes,
Hoffman.
oh,
Artie
what's your?
Hoffman.
No, I go Bond, James Bond. Yeah.
Hoffman.
Oh,
Artie
the Hoffman.
You could be a superhero.
Wait, and
Hoffman.
Number 2 is I don't know why it's number 2, but it's up there, and it's from one of the Batman movies.
Oh,
It's from The Dark Knight. The one with what's his face? Sled.
see, I never saw those. I only watched the early stuff.
He played a great Joker. I mean, he did a great.
Oh,
Joker.
yeah.
Ledger?
Heathcliff, yeah.
I like Jack Nicholson.
Well, number 2 is Why So Serious.
Why so serious?
That's
Oh.
number 2. I
Don't
why
know
it's
that
number
one.
2.
I don't know that one.
It's a great role, but
Yeah.
I don't know why it was so high up on the list, but it is.
Please pass the bong.
Spicoli.
Oh, God, yeah.
Wait, is there anyone from Fast Times at Ridgemont?
No.
How about,
Really?
Cheech
Mr.
and
Pizza
Chong?
Guy.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of comedy ones in here.
Over here, dude.
No?
Mostly dramas.
No,
Oh,
Cheech
real-
and
okay.
Chong?
No Cheech and Chong.
Dave's not here, man.
Cheech and Chong was also a great one. Oh, I love that movie. Cheech and Chong, Porky's, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I'll give you some
They
of the-
don't make movies like
we're
that
bu-
anymore.
I'll give you some of the ones from after the list.
We're
Okay.
biased to the comedies. That's why.
21 is you cannot pass by Lord of the Rings. Number 22, Rosebud, Citizen Kane.
Oh, okay.
Bud.
That's the ones after the list. But these, we're still got the top 20. We still have number 8,
8, 9,
10. No,
11.
9 we have. James Bond.
8, 10,
10, 11, 12.
Wait, that we
and
got or we
19.
didn't get?
That's all we have left on the list.
They will fuck you at the drive-thru.
No, and that's one of my favorite ones. Too. Wait, yeah, okay.
How about
That's a good
dude,
one,
where's
too.
my car? No, and then. And then.
That's a classic one too, and that's not on there.
We're going to need a shitload of dimes.
That's not on there. There's not many
Oh,
comedies
yeah.
on here. There really isn't that many comedies. It's mostly
William
dramas.
J. Lepetamine.
That's too funny.
Someone big out back and get a shitload of dams. Okay, here's one. You got to know this one. I got to tell you this one.
Give us, don't tell us. Give us
Okay.
like, we'll try to.
Well, if I
guess.
tell you the movie, then you know the.
Well,
you
give
know
us
line.
a hint.
Oh,
without.
yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Could be a guy I worked with years ago.
Come on, think about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're the jury.
No, I'm not stuttering.
No, he's just.
Oh, well, Hannibal Lecter.
Yes.
Yes.
From the 19 is the census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and nice Chianti.
I was thinking of
number is that?
Cannonball Run.
What number is that?
19.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel Tillis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been good, though.
So all you have left is 8, 10, 11, and 12. And then a whole bunch of bathroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the
I wanted a lawyer.
You know what another one good would be?
I want him.
Another good one would be, what's a ute?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That would be good.
I know. That's
I
classic.
gotta relook at that movie again.
great
My cousin
movie.
did. I mean, right from the
It's
get go,
always
at the
on.
beginning of the movie when they were in jail, was hysterical.
It's a great movie.
That's on all the time. They rerun.
It's
it.
one of those movies. If I'm going through channels on, I'll watch a little bit. I watch the whole. I watch the whole thing again.
Richard, I tell you, Richard Nash. He said, "Houston, we have a problem." Apollo 13.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's good.
That's after number 30. That's on there, but
That's
it's
good.
way down the list.
Oh.
It's on there.
Forrest Gump. We did.
We did Jaws already, right? Bigger boat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was number. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
What would be number
Jaws was up
8?
there. Number 8 is from. Okay, I'll give you
Is it
this
a
one.
drama?
It's from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, welcome to the Caribbean, love.
Never
No.
saw those. No desire.
He
to.
said the line is, "You'll always remember this as a day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow."
Yeah.
Oh, like Caribbean Queen.
I love that
You
character.
know how he got that character?
How?
From Keith Richards.
Yes, he did.
Oh, really?
That's why they eventually. And Richards didn't want nothing
And
to do with
became
it.
his father.
But became his
Became his
father.
father,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's how he played Keith Richards. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just
Wow.
look at the way he moves and the way he talks.
Yeah.
Yep.
How cool
Welcome
is
to the
that?
Caribbean,
How cool
love.
is that?
Number 10, I don't think anybody's going to get, because I didn't get this.
Austin Powers. Allow myself to introduce
No,
myself.
there's not many no comedies.
Yeah, baby.
When he said, Get in my belly.
I love. I told you that's one of my favorite
Shall we
characters ever
shag
created.
now, baby?
Do I make you horny, baby? Do I?
You want to shag?
Anything from Wayne's World?
No, but there is one from a cartoon, a very famous cartoon.
Cartoon?
Toy Story.
That's. Oh, I was about to say.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know that.
Number
movie.
12.
Once or
Well, you'll know
once,
the
yeah.
expression.
Yeah, I will. I
To
will.
infinity and beyond.
Oh, Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
Number
That's
yes,
right.
twelve.
yes, yes.
Number 12. Now you'll have his 10 and 11 left. The 10 I don't think you're going to get. Oh, I never would have guessed number 10.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
No, that's a great one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There's not many comedies on here.
no.
Yeah, how did that Caddyshack should have been on there.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but it's not. They only like to make $14 the hard way. Must have been something before electricity. Who stepped on the duck?
That's so funny.
Did you ever see Rodney perform?
I knew him. I knew Rodney.
Oh, you did.
I didn't know him well, but I knew him enough to talk to him and say hi. 'cause I
Club
worked at the
Benet.
club.
Club Benet about
That was a great club.
35 more
Great
more
club.
years ago over in was it 35 or 9 it
In
was.
Sayreville, yeah.
Club-
I saw
Yeah.
David
Club
Brenner at Club Benet.
Yep.
was
That
a
was,
great
that
venue.
was the
They
only
used to
venue.
book them all at that place. They really
Yes.
It
did.
was a
Yes.
great venue
Yeah.
back in the
I
day.
saw
Yeah.
Regis Philbin there.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's actually a good guy.
Oh, I forgot
I
to.
have a friend that works for him.
I
Sure.
forgot to wish a good friend of the show, Charlie Schlaughter, very happy
Yes.
birthday,
Happy
Charlie.
birthday, Charlie.
Charlie.
Do you know Charlie is the Honey Nut Cheerios bee?
That's right. I auditioned for that
Yeah, you did.
twice.
What happened?
They gave it to him.
I
I was a nobody.
Whatever happened to that? I got stung. He got the job.
And he parlayed that into the role of Sergeant Slaughter. I saw him wrestle many times.
There you go.
So we got two
All right.
left, 10 and 11. 11 you should get. Number 10, I don't know if you're going to get. I'm going to
Is
give you
it
number
older
10.
movie?
Number 10 is from the movie 300.
I wouldn't.
Oh,
I,
oh,
I don't know.
This is Sparta.
This is Sparta.
I never would have got that.
Oh, number 11 is Gladiator.
No.
Oh, the Happy
On
Roman.
my signal on Leash Hill.
No, they only have number 11. That's it.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me.
If I tell you the movie, you know the part.
I want a
You know the line.
divorce.
I'll give you this. It's not the one that you said, but it's a Jack Nicholson line, number 11.
Oh,
I'm not going to tell you what movie. I'm not gonna,
oh, you can't handle the truth.
No, we
No,
already
no, no,
tried
no,
that
no,
one.
no.
it should be in there. It's not on the list.
Jack Nicholson.
Johnny, I'm home.
Wendy,
Close.
I'm home.
Yeah.
No, it's
Here's Johnny. That's right.
Very
Damn.
good. That one deserves to be
Yeah,
in.
that's
Yes,
number
it
11.
I think
does.
that's the only horror
Here's
movie.
Johnny.
That's it. And now the other ones are just other ones that didn't make it to the top 20.
How about the Friday the 13th? Run while he's killing me.
no, that's not in there.
Run while he's killing me.
No, how do you?
There's two Casablanca ones on there. Number 26, 27.
You played it for Harry, play it for me.
No.
Play it, Sam.
He's looking at you, kid.
I was looking at you.
Yeah,
That's number
that
27.
deserves to
Of
be
all
in
the
there.
gin joints?
No, it's not on there. But Lewis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Number 26.
Lewis.
Oh, how about this one from Apocalypse Now? Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now?
I know that
It's
joke.
a, it's a black movie?
Yeah, Apocalypse
Apocalypse Now.
Eddie Clark, I'm sorry.
We know the line. Come on.
Eddie, I'll see you on Tuesday. Just the furniture, please.
What's the line? What's the line from Apocalypse Now? Come on, everybody knows it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
I have.
I love the smell of napalm in
In the
morning.
morning.
yes.
Yeah,
number
Robert
25.
Duvall.
Oh, wow.
Blues Brothers has one on here, number
The
23.
Blues Brothers? Oh,
Yeah. We're on a mission from God.
God.
Wow,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
God, yeah.
Number 23. 29 is from an old one, an old
So let it be written.
from
So
Rebel,
let it be done.
from an old Rebel Without a Cause.
You know, I've never saw a James Dean movie.
That's a good one to see. Rebel Without a
I saw
Cause.
Rebel, And I don't think I saw the other two, but I did see Rebel.
The classic
For
line.
some reason,
the classic line from
right
Rebel?
now, I'm remembering the time of Trading Places when Eddie Murphy's down and he's pretending he has no. Hey, lady, you ever do it with a man who had no legs before? Come on.
Oh, dang dang and bang dang. And they pick him up. Oh, it's a miracle.
Oh, I can see.
I like the black guy in the movie that goes, yeah. The other guy yells at me, and the other guy goes, yeah.
Yeah.
I like. He goes, I'm being arrested for getting thrown out a fucking window.
Oh yeah, Beverly Hill Cop.
Every one of them.
Yeah, Beverly Hill Cop. Hey, look, man, ain't fall for no banana in a tailpipe.
Okay.
There's new sheriff in town. His name is Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just watching Beverly Hills. That's so funny. The first one.
Oh, the first one was great. The second one,
Come on.
After the third one, I got.
Rebel Without a Cause. Come on.
I don't know that movie.
You're tearing me apart.
Oh, wow.
You're killing me.
Streetcar Named Desire. Stella. I could have been.
Oh yeah,
contender.
Stella, that had to be.
That's after 30. Yeah.
Have you guys
That's
ever
after
worked
30.
And the number Wizard of Oz number 30. There's no place like home.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Wizard of Oz.
And only 2 left. 28 is from Chinatown. I don't know. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being a
Yeah,
classic
I
line.
don't know that.
I thought for sure it'd be the Humphrey Bogart one, and then Lauren Bacall. Put your lips together and blow.
Yeah.
That's not on there. It's not on the list.
Was that or Mae West was that said
Wendy.
No, it was
that? Okay,
Lauren
Mae West
Bacall.
had a famous one. I don't remember
Yeah,
what
come
it
up and
is.
see me sometime.
That's it.
I like when he goes, Wendy, when you hear me typing, and he starts.
Oh, yeah.
He goes off on it.
That's when he starts going crazy.
Oh, one of the funniest moments from Dumb and Dumber when he looks at the beautiful girl and he goes, "What are our chances of us getting together?" She goes, "Like 1,000,000 to 1." And he goes, "Yes, I
got
still
a chance.
got a chance."
No, my favorite line is my brother-in-law and I use it every time we go out to eat. We say to the waitress, well, what's the soup? What's the soup du jour? And they go, "The soup of the day." Well, sounds good.
What's
We always use that line.
what's the one from Step Brothers with the boat?
I'm a sailor. Look, I'm sailing. Ahoy! Ahoy! What about Bob? It's from What About Bob?
Oh,
Ahoy!
what about Bob? Okay.
Here's one. The last one is number 24. It's from The Dark Knight. I don't remember this line.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
It says, "You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain." I don't remember that line, but
That's actually a pretty damn good line.
it's a great line, but I don't remember it. Yeah.
You know, it was a great movie that had lines. There was a line, and I get a
They're
kick
good,
out
boys.
of this
They're good.
line. The Big Lebowski
Yeah, gotta love that movie.
That's
with
a great
John, with
movie.
John Goodman.
Yeah,
and,
great
and they're
cast.
trying to find. He goes, "You're killing your father, Larry." He goes, "Give us the fucking money and the homework."
This is what happens when
Oh,
you
wait,
fuck
wait,
a
wait, wait. I
stranger
got
in
the
the
line.
ass.
Wait.
He's talking
This,
to a 10-year-old
this has got to
kid.
be
Yeah.
within there. Snap out of it.
Oh, Moonstruck, yeah.
Moonstruck.
Bring me the big knife. I tell you, I won't do it.
This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. I love the Big Lebowski.
You know what?
Really.
It's
do.
funny.
Great movie.
Do you realize that there was only like one mob movie out of that whole list?
Yeah.
No Goodfellas
No
lines at all.
Goodfellas, no
Really?
Casino.
But they're
no
on the
Bronx
list,
Tale,
but they're in the top 50, but not in the
Yeah.
top third 20.
no Bronx Tale or nothing. I'm
No.
very
How
surprised.
about now you can't leave?
Now you can't.
Wait.
Classic
Now,
line.
what determined what was number 1, number 2, number 3? Like,
And what
based
by
on
people
what-
voting.
numeric.
Oh,
it's always
people
people
vote.
voting. Yeah.
At least these people were semi-normal.
This was a cross-section age this time. Last one was all young people because it was all stuff I
Legally
don't remember.
Blonde is one of the funniest comedy quotes.
Yeah, give me-
not.
yeah, it was definitely a bad list last time. This list was good.
So if you're looking for Artie Hoffman, call in. Area code.
718.
Yeah.
701-8249.
So 718-701.
8249.
Out of town, call collect.
This magic moment.
But folks, for real, Artie's the real deal.
He really is.
He really
He
is.
is,
He's
yeah.
given me a private talk, and it really inspired me. So you're
'Cause
missing
that's the
out.
kind of guy I am.
But he'll be here every week. Don't wait every week. He could die.
That's right.
So call tonight.
He would know, though.
Yeah, he would know if he died. Yeah.
We don't have to tell him.
You know, the very first time I was ever on the air, it was the scariest moment. Seriously, it was the scariest moment of my entire career up to date. It was the first time I was ever on the radio. I was on an FM station in Atlantic City area. And, you know, it was the first time I was putting my words out there in public. Right. And, you know, so people were calling in. You know, he was interviewing. Joe Kelly, he was interviewing me. And right, we're during commercial break, and I was about to answer somebody for the very first time on the air, and I had a little conversation with God. I said, God, I don't know what to say. Help me. Somebody help me. And I did not know what to say. And I said, God, I need your help. I said, just tell me. So anyway, the first time a girl called in, and I'm giving her all these answers, she's saying no to everything. No. I said, the visions in my mind are so accurate, are so specific. I said, I know I'm not wrong. I said, do me a favor, give the station a call the next day, or me a call the next day, and let me know. Check it out with your mother or your sister of everything I'm saying if it's true.
So you had a threesome?
Yes, I did. I did. And then the next day she did call back, or her best friend called back, and she says, I was part
of the money.
And she said, everything you said was right on. And then the second person who called in, she was yes, and I'm thinking like, oh, thank God. Thank
Because
God.
I've never heard that from a woman.
Yes.
Thank God.
Or yes.
Any of that.
I'm starving.
What movie is that from?
I'm so hungry. It's not
Have a
funny.
small steak.
Fatso, down
Have a small
DeLuise.
steak.
What is something small? All right, I'll have a small steak.
Junior, open the cupboard, Junior. Anyway, gang. But yeah, that was I really enjoyed that interview.
Oh, she's great.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Artie, we've talked about this previously. We did hottest TV mom on a sitcom that you've seen.
Suzanne Summers. She's up there.
She was not a mom.
Hottest.
Well, yeah, in
she was.
Step by Step or something.
Yeah. She was up.
Hottest
She's the sheriff also.
TV mom.
Donna
After that.
Reed.
My friend Donna Rohrer.
You know,
Isn't that?
Hottest.
June Cleaver.
Yeah,
No,
that's too old. That's
no.
50
I'm
something.
trying to think. Like my mind's drawing a blank. Afterwards I'll be
You
able
can
to.
go
right,
70s, 60s,
Yeah,
80s.
Elizabeth Montgomery, Bewitched.
Yeah, she's in the. You're right. She's
No.
in the category. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you
Yeah,
know.
I don't. I wouldn't call her a mom, but
She
back,
was a mom.
Tabitha.
No. But I'm saying the girl who I thought was the hottest thing on it. Lorraine Nardo from Taxi.
Oh, Mary Lou Henner.
Mary
She was a
Lou
mom.
Henner.
She was,
I know.
she
I
was
said,
a mom. She was a mom. She had a kid.
Yeah, she had a
was her
kid.
She wasn't
son.
married, but she had a kid.
No. But back in the day,
Right.
on that show of Taxi, I thought she was the hottest thing on TV.
Oh wow, that's I wouldn't expect that answer. That's a. What happened to the headphones now? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was I going to say? To me, I have a tie. Mary Tyler Moore as Laura Petrie in those capri pants,
Right.
and
First one I've wear them.
Deborah Barone for Patricia Heaton.
I like
That's
I
my
like
vote.
I like Patricia Heaton a lot, but it doesn't do it for me that way.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, you got to see her on the red carpet when she's all dressed up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I can, yeah.
Who else?
I'm
Let's
just
see.
saying, just my taste. I know what you mean though. She's pretty.
Who would you pick?
I'm like
I
drawing.
picked her. I
I'm
picked
her. Oh, I
drawing
didn't
a
hear
blank.
Suzanne Summers. I said.
Oh, okay. What do you mean? It's with the Patrick Duffy show? What was it?
Step by step. Yeah.
What about you, Tim?
I have to think
You
about
go,
it.
My Mother the Car?
I should have had hella Hemi.
Our Miss Brooks?
Betty Buckley on 8 is Enough.
Wow.
Of course, she was the stepmom. I don't know if that still counts.
I
mom.
like that.
Mom's a
Yeah,
mom.
Mom is a mom.
Mom is a mom.
I'm trying to think who else. I wish Jeannie was, but she wasn't a mom.
Okay, out of all the characters that you've seen on TV, not movies, TV, which character did you want to be the most, or that you admired the most?
Superman.
Judd Hirsch from Taxi.
Alex
Really?
Rieger?
Alex Rieger.
Because
Okay.
He was a straight shooter, man. He never hurt anybody. I mean, people like genuinely cared, and he
Yeah,
cared
but he
about
never
people.
got no
You remember the
ass.
show Dear John he did after that?
Dear
that was a
John.
great show.
Dear John was one of my
Dear
favorite
I
shows
love
of all
that
time.
show. I love the guy
Of all
Jerry
time.
Burns, the part he played.
Oh my
Kirk.
God.
Yeah,
Oh my God, he was literally my favorite character of all times.
But the way he
Really?
pronounced it,
Swear
it was
to
like
God.
instead
Great
of
character.
Kirk, it was like Kirk.
Uh huh. You know what makes me laugh? It makes me laugh when somebody is full of themselves, but they do it in such a comical way, like Sam Malone
Right.
on Cheers.
Right.
That's one of my, believe it or not, one of my
he
favorite
was-
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
great
was
character.
like
He was one of
vain,
my
but he
favorite
was
characters.
cool and this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he made it cool to to talk big about himself, but he did it so funny you couldn't take him seriously.
If that show, if show Dear John would have got as big as like Seinfeld, those other shows, that Kirk character would have been like Ignatowski. He would have been like Kramer.
Yep.
It was one of those kind of characters. that
Absolutely.
stood out.
I was so disappointed when that show was taken off.
Me too. I love that show.
I
I
love
can't
Judd
believe that
Hirsch
you
as
picked
an
that
actor.
show
I
out.
love that
Oh.
character.
He's great.
He just had a show on CBS called
Yes, he did.
Superior Donuts. That didn't last too long, but the guy that we interviewed. Remember John DiMaggio?
Yeah.
The voiceover guy. He
Yeah.
was actually in an episode of that right before it went off.
Right.
But I enjoyed that.
Here's an interesting question for you guys. So, if somebody was to, I already know the answer because I called into a radio station. They asked this question. It was a very interesting question.
Right.
What famous actor would you want to play you for your biography on TV or in the movies?
Oh, wow.
If you had to pick
That's
an
a really
actor
good
to play
question,
you,
too, that is.
you know who mine is? They would be fighting. Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler.
Wow, okay.
Good guys, too. Both good guys. I don't know.
That is a good question.
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Well, who would I like to be like?
No. Who would
That was
play?
the first question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
This question's the other one.
Oh, boy.
What actor would you pick to play you?
I don't know.
John Cusack.
Oh, I love him as
Either
an actor.
him or Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd had a good delivery,
Yeah.
good personality.
That's for me. Years ago, I would have, actually going back to one of Carla's earlier questions, Howard Hesseman. For whatever
Johnny
reason,
Hesseman?
as
Howard
Dr.
Hesseman?
Johnny. I haven't
Dr.
tried
Johnny.
to, but my life is a lot like the character he played.
We had Tim Reed on.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
I was.
Oh, really?
His wife.
I was with you guys that night too.
His wife too, Daphne Maxwell. Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, boy. See, I want to.
I don't know. I don't know. What
I saw Cusack play Brian Williams of the Beach Boys about 5 years ago in a movie they did about it. He played the older Brian Wilson. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors of all time.
I mean, that movie,
Seriously,
where, the one where he's in a hotel room and he's not allowed to come out. But that's a strange
Oh,
movie.
1407
Seven,
or something like that.
It's a
yeah.
great movie too.
Yeah.
Very. It's a real weird.
You got to
movie.
see the movie Identity
I never saw
with
it.
John Cusack. What a my God! I think it's called Identity. It was a really
How about Being John Malkovich? That's one of his
that's
best
a great
movies.
movie, yeah.
That is the weirdest freaking movie. You can't put that in a genre. That's like it's so. And John Malkovich found out they were making this movie. He wanted to be in it, so they put him in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wasn't in the movie originally.
Probably John Belushi. I want the bruiser type, but the
How's
funny
he going to play
guy.
you? He's dead. How's he going to play you?
All right.
How be somebody alive who's going to
No,
play
I
you?
don't.
How
Well, it's
about
a
the brother? How
hypothetical.
about the brother from
Hypothetical.
Everybody Loves Raymond?
How
I
about
can't think
Jim
of his name.
Belushi?
Brad Garrett.
right?
Yeah,
Brad
for
Garrett.
him.
Brad
No,
Garrett's 6'9".
I mean,
Brad
poetic
Garrett?
license.
Oh, he was hysterical when we went to go see
But I'm
him.
saying, I think he'd be good
They
playing
all
you.
expected him to be Robert Barone. These people were walking out going, "Oh my
No,
God!"
he's
like,
an
"I've been
ad-libber.
ma-" He goes, he
He's an
asked one
ad-libber.
guy, he goes, "How long you been married?" The guy goes, 42 years. He goes, "Yeah, I'd rather slam my dick in a drawer."
He's an ad libber. He's not. He doesn't. Everybody thinks he's going to be that character. He's not
I
that
never
character.
laughed so hard. We went to go see Howie Mandel, and he was making fun of the guy. "Oh, hello, Harvey." It's hard to explain, but he was talking about a lady. He was talking about who has birds, and the lady goes, "What's the name of your bird, Harvey?" And he goes, "Does it talk between your legs?" Going, "Hello, Harvey."
Howie's one of the quick-witted guys in the
Oh,
business.
he was on fire. I was in tears laughing so hard.
He was like watching his act. He's going. I said, "Wait till he starts ad lib with the audience," and that's when he really shines.
You know what?
That's when
Okay,
he shines.
it's got to be somebody alive. I like the bruiser types, so I'm
The
gonna-
Rock.
No, The Rock. Probably like a Vin Diesel or a young Danny Aiello in the movie Defiance.
How
with
about a
Jan
Danny
Michael
DeVito?
Vincent. Yeah, Danny DeVito, a midget. Do I look normal to you? When he was getting a ticket, he goes, "You're parked in a handicap spot. Do I look normal to you?" Remember that line? He said that in Twins.
That's another good line. That's another good line.
That's a good TV show too. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's a great
I
show.
never watched that. How is
It's
that?
a great
Hey,
show.
I'm telling you, it is worth it.
And it's a lot of ad
Yeah.
libbing in that show. That show has a lot of ad libbing.
What happened? Why did we get a missed call, Gene?
Gene left.
I actually heard like the door and some footsteps, so maybe he did go out. Bathroom maybe or something.
Is Gene there?
Are you there, Gene? He's
No.
not there. He probably went to the bathroom.
All right, put it.
We're running ourselves.
Gene, put us up.
Put
We
us
have a
up.
call.
Put us up. Rent is expensive. Put us up.
Gisela called.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody's answering the phone.
Well, she called me, I mean.
Did she?
Yeah.
Tim, see why nobody's answering the phone. Go see where Gene. If Gene had like a coronary over there.
Is something going on we don't know about? Everybody's
I don't
calling me.
know.
It was like all these calls, missed calls.
That was awesome as far as all the lines in the movies and stuff. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
so much fun. That really was.
Because there's so many
Bring-
movies. And we talk for hours on that stuff.
Yeah, brings back a lot of memories.
We got Gene out there, Sal's out there too, so they know about it.
Oh,
How come
okay.
they're not answering the phone?
Maybe they didn't ring.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't ring. My phone didn't ring. Well, I have mine on silent, but mine didn't.
No, it came
I have
up.
3 calls that came in. I have 3 calls that came in.
Yeah, tell him to call that number back.
If you can call the number back.
Hey, yo, Vinny.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But, there's just too many to name. But,
God's honest truth, seriously, I'd like a crack at playing my own self in my autobiography movie. I would.
I'd like to, yeah.
Because I know
It's
where
hard
everything
to-
comes from.
Hello.
Hello. What are you doing?
Hello.
Yes.
Gisela?
Gisela.
What are you doing?
You called me. I didn't. My phone didn't ring. I didn't know you called.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
No,
we
my
hear
phone's
you.
on silent. I didn't know you called.
No,
Oh yeah, no, I called because I was. Are you in the studio talking to me or outside?
No,
the studio.
On the studio, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the air.
You're live.
Okay, so I'm calling to let you know
Yes.
We won the lottery.
that what?
We're going to host the Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, right.
We're rich.
Actually, you're very close.
Oh,
What?
this is good.
You're very close.
Go.
It's good news. It's good news. We want to hear it. If it's bad news, don't tell us.
It's 3 initials.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3.
JFK. JFK.
GFY.
Oh no, IUD.
MTV.
MTV.
wants to do what?
So I'll leave it at that, and I'll let Artie figure out the rest.
No, we got to know what's going on now.
Oh, yeah, please.
We
What?
have a segment on MTV.
MTV wants
is
us
called-
what?
Possible. They're watching. I just got a word. So we got to keep up the great work.
Good.
MTV.
I didn't know this was work.
MTV.
I
am the
awesome.
Eggman.
Artie,
You call
got
this
in at the
work?
right time.
This is a love.
Joe, we need your marketing skills to promote Ask Artie.
What you have to do, Gisela, is pray to St. Anthony and tell him, give us something.
St. Anthony, Padre Pio,
There you
Michael,
go.
the Archangel. No.
That's it. Pray to everybody. We need something.
No, MTV,
No, it's
please,
okay.
please
It's
don't
okay.
be fooling with
No,
me.
it's
You know
okay.
what? We want our MTV. Or how does that commercial go?
I want my MTV.
Yeah, I'm also in talks
But
with...
I miss you guys. I just wanted to call you. As
Well,
soon
then
as
you
I
have to
heard
aim
it, I
better.
was excited. I'm trying to call and it's not going through. I never
got it
call.
covered now.
I'm
we-
saying, what
yeah.
the hell? I mean, it's like the last 2 weeks you're gone. I just got here, and then 2 weeks
I'm
she's
so
out of here.
sorry.
Scared
There's
her
so
away.
much
She's
going
I'm telling
on
you.
in the home.
Joe.
But hopefully it'll all be handled soon.
Joe, put Aunt
So,
Jeannie
I'm
on.
holding down the fort, Artie. I'm holding it down.
All right, sweetheart.
MTV.
You have a
MTV.
fort? You have a fort?
I have
Can
a
I come?
fort, man.
use the couch cushions?
How did you find out MTV was
Well,
watching
Paul,
us?
how nice is my fort doing?
Yeah. That's good. Joe, do me a favor. Put Aunt Jeannie on a second.
Aunt Jeannie?
Yeah, tell her to...
She's
tell her...
lame.
Tell Carla wants to curse at her for a little while.
Yeah, no, I want
You
her...
want her to be on? Why? You
Was
want
that
her to
Barbara
be silly
Eden?
on the phone?
Yeah, I want her to tell a story about me when I was a kid.
Okay, let me see if she's
About
kind
Mr.
of sleeping.
Ask her
Oh, no,
about...
she's not sleeping. Hold on. Your nephew's on the phone. He wants you to tell a story. Hold on.
Hello.
Yellow.
Aunt Jean,
Hi.
how are you? Listen, tell the story about Mr. Haley.
What about him?
He's a
He
comet?
was an old man that lived next door.
He only came once every
They
6
used
years.
to be shit scared of him.
I was afraid of him because he was just an old man, but for some reason he just was creepy. And every time...
What'd you
No,
got?
I know. You used to come down my steps on the heels of your feet.
Oh.
You
Any-
used to slide down the steps.
Anytime that they wanted to scare me or straighten me out, they would go, Mr. Haley's going to get you.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
he
Uh-oh.
is, Mr. Haley.
Good thing to tell a kid.
And he
And
was...
cigarettes and milk in an ashtray he used to love.
Yeah, she used to put, to punish me, they would put cigarettes and milk and try to make me drink it.
No.
This is why I'm so well
my
adjusted
God.
nowadays.
Yeah, you're well adjusted.
Is Josephine taking care of you?
Fuck you.
Told you she'd curse at you.
Oh, yeah, Aunt Jean's the best. She's been around.
Oh,
She
yeah,
is.
I curse all the time. Fuck,
Yes,
fuck,
she-
fuck, fuck, fuck.
She's got Tourette's.
It's a good thing we're uncensored here.
Yeah, right.
There goes our MTV.
I was thinking that.
Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy
You
go.
were thinking it, I felt it.
Hey, tell the story about Abe.
Who?
Abe and what he was
Abe.
running around the house with.
Lincoln?
Your mother's leg.
Leg?
Mother's
In his
leg.
mouth, running all around the house with it.
No, she had a miniature Doberman Pinscher.
Oh, okay.
And his name was Abe. And they had a
So cute
Honest?
he was.
yeah. Oh, he was.
Honest
it
Abe.
was an awesome dog. So one day my mother fell asleep, so all of a sudden Abe was running around the house with her wig, and
Oh,
she
wig.
couldn't catch him. And she was like,
Oh, that is too
she's
funny.
like, come over here, you son of a. She's got like one hand on her head. Like, I'm like, Ma, we know. Relax.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like
big
it's a,
deal.
like it's a secret that nobody knows. Like, it's like Clark Kent. All you had to do was put on the glasses, and you couldn't tell he was
Let
Superman.
go of it neither.
That always bothered me. That always bothered me. as a
what's
kid.
that?
That Superman, you couldn't tell it was Clark Kent with just with glasses. That always
Well,
used to bother the hell on me.
The only other difference was one had their hair parted on different sides.
Big
That was-
fucking deal. How can you not know? Really?
Oh, Lucy
Then
puts
I
on a
could-
wig,
I
and Ricky
couldn't
didn't
find him
recognize
one
her.
day. And where was he? In my bed, under my blanket, on my pillow, sleeping.
That was Abe, the dog. He
yeah.
was actually in the bed like a human being.
Yeah.
That was so
That's
funny.
too
It was
funny.
great. All right, Aunt Jean.
He
I'll,
was funny. What are you doing?
We're doing the show. You're on the
doing a
show.
radio show right now.
Bring your egg roll home.
All right.
Yeah, Chinese restaurant's always open at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm looking to get
Wait,
two
hold
for.
on.
We're looking to get 2 for $5 Big Macs. Yeah. I was.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
told her.
it was
I told-
awesome.
I told her to tell the
Isn't
story
she
about.
wonderful?
Oh,
She's funny.
great.
She's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
So now you know.
You should have told her to ask Artie something.
Tell her thanks for blowing that
I know she was
MTV
gonna
deal.
ask Artie something, but I think she's afraid. Some people are afraid to hear the
Yeah,
truth.
some people don't want to hear.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's you know.
Because then you
all
have
right.
to face it.
I just want the lottery numbers. That's all
Yeah,
I
right.
So Artie,
do.
when am I getting married to Pitbull? Just kidding.
Pitbull.
After
That's
success.
a loaded question. That's right.
Get the MTV thing, then we'll talk.
Yes.
Exactly, right?
Yes.
You know,
We
I
get
have
that.
an offer you can't refuse.
We
You
already
just
did
broke
that.
out in sweats and hives. For quite a lot.
Yeah,
I've never
you-
seen anyone break out in hives so fast before
I
in all
have
my
2
life.
words for you. Prenup.
Fat chance? Fat chance?
No, prenup.
Listen, I got Mr. 305. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, Gisela, if we bring my ex on the show, we could call the TV show on MTV Jersey Whore.
Oh.
So she might be writing the Tilt-A-Whore with Schnooky.
Hey, Gisela, you have an inquiring mind question for us that we could wrap around here?
Let's see. Inquiring minds questions.
give us
How's
a-
the show without Gisela?
It's kind of weird not having a feminine touch
There's
here.
no estrogen in the room.
That's right. And I
So,
can't breathe either.
I can't feel anybody's legs. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
No, it's all right,
and,
dear.
and we miss Dave too, huh?
Yeah.
Dave Hodge.
It's too hard for him. He's driving too far after work.
It's too
hard
Hodge for him.
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
too
It's
hard
too
for
damn
me.
Hodge for him.
That's funny.
Watch how many
All right,
people want to
well,
come back
have
to
a
the
good
show
night,
after
guys.
the MTV. You okay,
and
dear?
just behave for the rest of the night, all right? 'Cause I'm
Well,
watching.
we'll try.
Wait, we want to
Okay.
have fun, not behave.
Yeah, right. We want to
Well,
be.
you know, you could do both.
Yes, very good. All right, honey. I'll
All right.
see you in a little bit.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye, honey.
Love you, honey.
Love you.
Happy Valentine's.
Nothing, honey. Yeah, right.
Nothing, honey.
But,
That's why Charles Slaughter
I
got
feel
the thing.
so bad for Aunt Jean. She's not feeling well, but
She sounds a lot better than she did a couple weeks
she's
ago.
a pistol.
Oh, yeah,
She's a
she-
pistol.
A couple of weeks ago, she wasn't
was
doing that well.
always like that.
Yeah,
She,
God bless her.
She said something funny one time. She has 3 kids, and she finished having kids. So we're down the Shore House. She had a Shore House in Seaside Heights, and everybody was around the table.
08751.
And it was actually, I'm sorry, Seaside Park.
08752.
Even
There you
better.
go.
Seriously.
And, she's like, Aunt Jeannie, you can't have kids anymore. She goes, no, I can't get pregnant. I have my tubes tied, so now I have to take it in the ear. She goes.
Oh, man.
I was like, this is the stuff. That's how her and my aunts were. They were like, no filter, just sitting around. They had no problem with telling you.
Whatever was on their mind was on their
Right,
lips.
they
That's
were
the North Jersey. That's a North
She
Jersey
was,
thing.
my aunt was like, remember Moonstruck?
Yes.
Yes.
She was like Olympia DeCosta. Your life is going down the toilet. You got a love bite on your neck.
That's too
You know,
funny.
it's Johnny Camerari. But Tim, tell us about Ron Chamberlain.
Ron Chamberlain. I met him recently. He's
Is he a friend or a friend?
just met him. So we're new friends. We're new friends.
Acquaintance.
So that means
And,
you were in a bar and you shared a beer,
Yeah.
right?
For real, yeah. And I bought him a shot. We were talking, and guy we both know in common said, Tim's got this on this radio show. And Ron was saying, you know what? I do, I'm in movies. I do these independent flicks. I'm the makeup guy. So I said, look, get me a business card. I'll bring it to the station.
Will he come
you know?
on? Will he come in and do a special effect on us?
That'd be cool.
I'll tell you
Promote
what.
his business.
If we ask him, he may be. You know, they're working on Dracula on his card. I think that's the latest one they're doing, or have done
What
it.
area is
pretty
he
cool.
in?
What's that?
What area is he in?
Trenton area. You
Oh,
know,
is he?
Mercer
Here.
County. Yeah.
He'd probably come in then.
Yeah.
Do it live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I mean, he's no kid. You know, he's probably about 60-ish. You know, he's no kid, but
Good. Bring him in.
heck of a
Are
nice
you
guy.
like Alyssa Milano and Charmed? All of a sudden, you get a premonition when you touch the card already.
No, I have to get in that mode.
Yeah.
I don't. I told you I'm not an open vessel all the time. It's like when I want to turn it on in the moment, I turn it on in the moment. That's it.
I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell
What
you something
about when you
this.
got diarrhea? Are you an open vessel
Oh,
man?
Major league.
It's funny that you brought that up. I bought this ring once at a.
It's called a mood ring. What?
No, it was a regular ring. It was an eagle. It was really nice. It was gold and silver. And I bought it because I liked the way it looked. I put it on, and for the next 2 or 3 days, I got bad vibes. Things were bad were happening to me. I said, I can't wear this ring anymore. So I took it off and I didn't wear it anymore. I went to somebody. I was with somebody that was like you, and I said, they said, "Yes, give me an object." And I gave them that. I had it in my pocket. I gave them the ring, and they dropped it. They said, "No, it's really bad vibes around this ring." And I said,
Wow.
Really?
And I said, "What was wrong?" She said, "A hitman used to own this ring."
Really?
And I said, I believe it because I got the same. I just didn't something about
Wow.
that ring. I didn't. And I kept. I still have it, but I would never wear it again.
I went into this one house. It's called the Brahmin House. This was in Milwaukee. And a friend of mine wanted to do a show with me, and so I met her out there. And at the same time, there was a paranormal group also investigating not like investigating,
Right.
but, checking out for spirits and stuff like that when we were there.
Go to a liquor store.
And so we were walking. So we were walking around the house just to see what we feel, what we get. And I looked at the room. One of the bedrooms did have a bathroom with it because it's an older home, so not all the rooms had a shower right there. And I kept on looking at this black and white, and I got a really bad feeling. And I saw a girl dying in this shower stall. And I said to my
the
other
hell
friend,
is this, psycho?
I went in just about, and I went to my other friend Lori, who invited me to go there because she's also a dynamite medium. And she says, she said to me, she goes, what did you get from here? I said, did you see a girl dying and bleeding in the shower? She goes, yeah, she gave herself. This is a true story. She gave herself a
Harry Carey kind of thing.
whatchamacallit, when you release the baby.
Abortion.
Abortion, yeah. I don't know why I went
That's
right
even
there.
freakier yet.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and
that's
she was giving
horrible.
herself an abortion, and she ended up killing herself.
I thought it was an enema.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. What a way to go.
No, what'd you
Yeah.
go to the Brahmin house for? Noodles?
Huh? No, we were doing a show. We went to do a show out there for
was
a
getting
bunch
a bowl.
of people.
Isn't that
Two by the bowl.
Strowman?
That's right.
Oh, no, ramen. Okay.
The Brahmin house.
You know what?
That's
it's weird,
horrible.
and I don't know if it means anything, but you know what movie I thought of the other day?
We're still thinking about it?
Yeah.
Remember the movie with Sally Field, Sybil?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
TV
That
movie.
was a strange movie. Like the mother used to give her enemas. I don't know what the hell for, but it was just strange. You don't see that on reruns anymore. I don't know if it's the subject matter.
Well, friends like that, you don't need an enema.
No, but she was a nut. That was such a crazy movie, Sybil.
Well, it was
That really did put Sally Field on the map. She had done a lot of TV. But that dramatic role put her on the map.
Yeah, show that she does it. I think
Yeah.
she
Was
says.
that pre-Flying Nun?
No,
or
after.
Post?
Oh, after.
Oh, yeah?
Flying Nun was around 70. Gidget was around 66.
Right, this is like the
Gidget, I
80s.
think
So
Gidget-
Sybil was before Smokey.
Yeah, it
Wasn't
was
that
80s.
Gidget put her on the map?
Well, I
Well,
mean,
that
yeah,
kind of
God,
made her
yeah.
famous, yeah,
Yeah. But she would have never, if she hadn't done Sybil.
She was only 16 when she did Gidget.
Yeah.
And then Smokey and the Bandit was
I know.
a huge leap for her.
Let's face
Love
it, Burke
Smokey
Reynolds
and the
was the
Bandit. That
biggest
was
star
great.
in Hollywood at the time, and that
Yeah.
was major exposure.
She was great in
too,
Mrs.
you know.
Doubtfire, too. Played the wife from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great
Oh,
movie.
yeah, that's right.
Classic movie.
That's a great movie.
Great, a lot of great lines in that movie, too.
Yeah.
You know what? Robin Williams was a tremendous
Talent.
comedic actor, but he was a great dramatic actor as well.
He did
Oh,
both.
hell yeah.
He could make you
Will
laugh.
Hunting,
He could do
Dead
everything and
Poets
anything.
Society, yeah.
Make you
He
laugh,
could
make
do
you cry.
everything and anything.
The funniest thing was watching I don't know if you saw it was one of his lesser known movies called Patch Adams.
I love that movie. It's a,
That
it's
was
a true
great
story.
movie.
And he
Yeah.
goes, Donner, party of 50.
How about Awakenings?
How
How about Awakenings?
Yeah.
That was a great
That
role.
was a great movie. It seems that he's borrowing the will of the ball.
He's one of those guys who could do drama and comedy. He could make you laugh and make you cry.
But he was
And
also
he was actually a very trained actor, too. I
And
think
he
it was
also-
Lee Strasberg.
he also
Shakespearean
threw
actor,
Tim
too.
Thomerson down a flight of steps.
Yeah.
Yes, he
It
did.
blows me away. The quick wits are just absolutely amazing with that guy. The guy goes through like 50 things within 1 minute. As
Recalls
far as-
everything.
It's unbelievable. It's very hard to keep up with him. Did you ever see him perform?
Yes.
Have you seen Robert Williams?
Yeah, the improv. He came in
yeah.
the improv one night.
Yeah, he just talks so fast, and it's hard to keep. Like while you're laughing with one, he already went through 10 other jokes.
Right.
So he
He's-
was amazing.
In all fairness, let's face it, he's gone. And if you want quick wit Here's an ensemble, the three of us right here.
There you go.
As an ensemble, we could keep up with him, and he's gone. So we're the next best thing right here. Animal House Radio, folks, for real. God bless him. I was blown away. I just figure he had everything, and then I read about his suicide. And I still couldn't believe it.
He wasn't. That's, that's not the truth. It's going to come out though. It wasn't a suicide.
Who was the suicide?
Robin Williams. It's going to come out.
Yeah, he had
suicide.
He was going to die anyway though, but he had that
Parkinson's.
No, it was something else. It was called.
It's got something like that. He had some kind of
one of
disease
those.
Where it was going to deteriorate slowly.
Okay.
But he didn't
Lemir's
commit
disease
suicide.
or something.
Let me tell you how I can prove that he didn't commit suicide. Family Guy, the cartoon.
Yeah.
They did a whole thing that he slit his wrist and hung himself in the closet, and they came out like within, like 1 day later.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make a cartoon that fast.
Right.
You can't make a cartoon fast. They already knew.
Yeah.
He did not commit suicide.
Yeah. And Prince neither, I don't think.
Prince did not commit suicide. He was killed by his
special
cooks.
was done over the weekend. One of the news networks. What really killed Prince? It was
His
just
cooks
this past
did it.
weekend.
His cooks injected amphetamines and cocaine into his fruit that he used to put into his water. That's how he got killed.
Oh,
That's going to come out too.
Over time?
He was
But it
he
was,
was he was disclosing all the chemtrail stuff.
Oh,
They knocked him off, man. He didn't do drugs. They made it sound like he was a big drug. He didn't do drugs. He was heavily against drugs. He didn't do drugs. They drugged him.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, and there was a video. I don't know how accurate it was about how it was about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That he's really not dead.
Well, who knows?
And they showed you a picture of the coroner's van.
Right. You
Pulling
see,
out.
you see a guy
and
coming
you
out.
see a guy coming out of the.
Looks just like him walking into the
Yeah. So
into the room. Yeah. Who knows?
you know what? It's,
You don't
You
know.
think it's possible in this country, in this day and age, to
Yes.
still have conspiracies like that?
Of course.
well, he's got enough money to disappear.
Oh yeah.
Well, he had enough money to disappear, whatever. Even Elvis too.
Elvis. There's a lot of things that go to. There's a lot of things you read all the stories about Elvis's death. There's a lot of weird things about it that don't make sense.
Did you go to
So it's very
Graceland?
possible.
Did you go
No,
to
no,
Graceland?
I went to
I
Graceland.
did.
There was a.
There was
They're reopening that investigation.
Of
They found his DNA or something.
Of
Paul, remember
DNA
you said?
match doesn't match the people that were supposed to be related to him.
wait, which one are we talking about?
Elvis.
Elvis. Oh, okay.
There's a lot of weird things about
I
it. And there's a
wanna
guy who
go
looks just
there.
like him. That's a lie. That's preaching, and he looks just like him, and sounds like him, and sings like him, and does all the motions like him. It makes you think maybe it is him. And he's a doctor. They took that was say that he was taking care of him all these years. He was like his personal doctor, and they gave the doctor what do you call those? One of those tests, the lie detector test. He
Had
passed
a
it.
bad case
Passed
of
it.
loving you.
He
Really?
passed. He passed the test completely.
Wow.
He's a hunk of burning love.
Hunka hunka.
But I mean, let's put it this way: Elvis wanted out. He definitely
think
wanted
so?
out. He could not go anywhere. He couldn't do anything. If he wanted to see a movie, he had to rent the theater. I mean, he couldn't do nothing.
Really?
If anybody wanted out, he wanted out. So he had the money to do it, and plus, he was worth a lot of millions of dollars disappeared before he died. They don't know what happened to it.
Who, Elvis?
Elvis's money.
Yeah.
His estate was worth $43 million when he died.
In the
It's
70s.
worth now hundreds of
Yeah.
millions.
Yeah,
That's
imagine
more than
that.
40 years ago, yeah.
$43 million. You know what that is
Back
today?
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could build a
It's-
wall.
it's
But
at
millions of dollars
It's
disappeared.
at least 45 million.
Yeah. But $10 million disappeared before he died. They don't know.
Yeah.
He obviously
They're
took
saying
it.
that it's a wax figure in his coffin.
Well, a lot of people. There's a lot of weird things about it. Like I said, who knows? I don't know if it's true or not. But I'm just saying there's a lot of things that don't add up.
Put it this way, people. Put it this way. Let's just say Elvis created this to happen, which I don't think he did. But say he did. Why would he then try to act like himself if he was trying to escape from himself?
No, now he's not acting himself. You wouldn't know it was him. I mean, he looks like him, but a lot of people look like him.
Right.
Especially
Right.
don't forget he's in the 70s. His white hair completely.
Right.
Has a beard.
All right.
If I show you the video of this guy, you think it's
I'll
him.
tell you guys something.
sure.
There is one in the course of my lifetime that I would like to find out is a conspiracy, and it really happened. The death of Paul McCartney. With
There's
the
a
Beatles.
lot. I read the book, Billy Shears.
I would love to hear
It's
that.
a great book,
I
and let
would
me
love
tell
to.
you, I don't know what I can go either way on that this stuff because I can give you enough evidence that sounds like it's all bullshit, and I give you enough evidence that says it's definitely
There's
true.
a video
So I don't know what to tell you.
on Amazon.
I don't know what to tell you.
forgot what it's called.
It's all. I am a phony. I go on. I am a phony on YouTube. It's all kinds of stuff.
No. There was a video on Amazon about Paul McCartney. It gives you a lot of eye-opening stuff, and then was told by George Harrison. I forgot what the name of it.
They never called him Paul. They called him Fall.
Yeah, is Paul I think it's called "Is Paul McCartney Really Dead?" It's on Amazon.
Yeah, all right.
And it's like a documentary, and it's not a comical thing. It's a serious thing, like the way they never showed Paul's face frontal. It was always to the side. He was decapitated when he got into the car accident.
Nellie Orr just got.
Who?
Nellie Orr just got
What?
What do you call it?
Who's Nellie Orr?
From the whole things with the Trump thing.
Oh, okay.
One of the bad guys on the FBI. It was what she had to do with the.
But I can't. I think it's called Paul is Dead.
GPS.
I'll look it up. I
Yeah,
do.
Fusion GPS.
Because that'd be. I was 12 years old when that went down. Originally, and I'm like, this is just too interesting. I remember all the coincidences. And
There's
stuff,
more than that. There's
the
more-
little clues.
There's a lot more than what you've heard.
You guys, by the way, similar. There's a new movie coming out this summer. I don't know the name of it. The gist of the movie, you guys might have heard of this already. Young man from India. He's a musician. He suffers some kind of a serious accident, car accident or something. He's in a coma for a while. Finally comes out of the coma. The rest of the world had no idea the Beatles existed except for him. So he keeps playing Beatles songs for people, and they never knew the Beatles existed. They think he's the
Right.
greatest thing that ever lived.
Yeah, that's the movie Yesterday that's coming out.
All right, it's called Yesterday. Good.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
tempted to bite on that just because of the premise.
Let me tell you, you should see the trailer. The trailer is just as good as can be. I mean, that's the
Really? All that
best
fame and he's in a trailer?
trailer.
What the hell
I'm
kind of a
telling you,
life is that?
You would think.
He
No,
lives in
but the
Montana.
trailer's amazing. It really is.
Hey, before we wrap it up, I want to say it's an honor to be on the same squad as Artie now. Thank you so much, Artie.
Thank you so much.
Carlo, you
Yeah.
are my big brother, man. I love you. And
everybody
Paul,
here.
to me in my life, you're a legend. I've told you that
I
before.
think we got a nice, happy family. But real quick before we go, Paul, I want you to promote where we're going to be Friday.
May 3rd. That means that's this Friday. We're going to be at the Vibe Grill
In Hazlitt.
in Hazlitt on Route 35, I believe.
What time?
Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8.
Yeah, you should come by, Artie.
It's a great. It's a great.
If I don't have a I don't know what I got going on. If I don't,
You need an assistant.
I have 4.
Oh, you have
I
4?
literally have 4.
Oh,
no
wow.
exaggeration. So, what was I going to say? So no, if I don't have a party that evening, I will be there.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
I will
let
be
us
there.
know if you're definitely going to go.
Okay,
hook
I'll
up.
give you a
Put you on the
shout-out.
guest list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick,
We'll
I
get some
saw
words. Don't forget the words too before you go.
a special with the Queen and Adam Lambert. What is your opinion on Adam Lambert?
He's a great
It's
singer.
great. I'm actually going to the show. I think it's in August, and it's in Wells Fargo Center.
Yeah, I wanna
Philly.
go. Do
He
they-
should have
I'm
won
Are they
American
doing
Idol when
meet
he was in
greets?
it.
I have no idea. I didn't. If they are, I didn't sign up for it. But I mean,
I'm gonna see that
He's a
show.
great singer.
He's a
and it's either
fantastic
that
singer.
or no Queen at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Queen was part of my teens, man. I need it.
He's one of the ones that should have won American Idol that year. The guy that won was nowhere near him. He's got
But
some
you have
voice.
to remember who's voting.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with the voting.
It has not.
Has nothing to do. It has the people that own the show. They want to control the acts. They want to manage them and
Oh, yeah,
control the
they
music and
own
everything.
you.
Yeah.
They know Adam Lambert's going to be big.
It's
the guy
worse-
that won. He's not going to be nobody. So they figured to get him.
That
let him
happened
win,
to
and they got
Daughtry
control.
too. Daughtry's
It's
had a
actually
decent
better
career.
that he didn't win.
Exactly.
Because now they
Yeah.
don't own him. When you win, they
You're
have,
screwed.
Yeah,
they
hook,
own
line,
every-
and sinker.
The only one that ever won that show that deserved to win was the very first year when what's her face?
Clarkson?
Yeah.
Clark. She was the only one that really. After that, the best singer never won.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ruben stuttered one, but Clay Aiken went further than him.
How did Jennifer Hudson not win the year she was on?
Yeah.
Like, what a voice! Oh my God.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Half of the people that won, you don't even hear about. You don't hear about Fantasia.
You hear about the people that were in second place. The people came in second, third.
Yeah.
That's what
Taylor
you hear.
Hicks. Come on.
Right. What happened to Taylor Hicks?
Well,
Where's
let
he?
me ask you guys a question here. I'm a diehard Queen fan. Does he measure up to Freddie Mercury?
It's different. It's just different.
It's different, but
he's got
I
the
think
range.
it's the closest we'll have anyway. I think
Yeah.
he's great, period.
Yeah, he's great.
And I am going.
There's only one.
If you're gonna
Freddie
keep Queen
Mercury
together,
now.
if
I
you're
know.
gonna have a Queen and you want somebody to replace him, he's the one to replace.
Right, he's the. Or
I
else
didn't get tickets yet, but I'm definitely going to that show.
I want to
It's
try.
in
and
Philly
go.
at
That's
Wells
expensive.
Fargo where I'm going to.
That's a lot of money.
Of
'cause
course.
I want good seats though. You know?
And not only does he have a great voice, he's a showman like Freddie was. So
Yeah.
you got the perfect guy for the front man for them.
yeah.
Before I let you guys go, real quick, when and where is the Tommy James? Because I'm going to find
That's
a
in
way to
June,
get there.
right?
June
June 14th.
PNC.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to find a way to get there.
No,
Yeah, you
we're,
have to.
I think
We're
we
already
have
there.
enough to
I'm
go.
not trying to impose on you guys,
It's
seriously.
going to be us, 4 and Gisela.
Impose.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that. Thank you.
I don't think.
What
that,
a legend he was when I was a kid, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna
especially.
go out.
He's a real good guy too.
I got to get some vinyl.
He's
for
still a
him.
legend, and you're still a kid.
I am in a way. I know what you mean. Yeah.
In the terms of universe, we're just here a second. I'm here for a second.
That's right.
I can remember cruising on my bicycle singing "Dragging the Line." You know when that was.
Oh,
out,
what
you
a
know.
great song.
We had a
Dragging the
great
line.
interview with him
Dragging the
last week.
line.
All right, so Paul, what's the words of the week?
3 words tonight. We have desecrated, shant,
Sean.
and my favorite of the night, behest.
Tim, are you out? Are you working in this weekend?
No, nothing. I'm going to be up in Little Ferry on the 7th, whatever night that is. So that's like 6 days from now. So it must be a Tuesday. Little Ferry.
ArtieHoffman.com.
But Tuesday
Artie-
must be Belgium.
Yeah, ArtieHoffman.com. Check it out.
Artie's
And
the real deal, folks, and he's a sweetheart of a person.
Thank
so he
you.
Really is.
Angels and Answers. is
Angels
the
and
book?
Answers.
I've got the
I have the
book.
book, and then Sunday night at 8 p.m. I do free readings for the public. So if you go to ArtieHoffman.com, and I have a little link there to Angels and Answers, and I'll be reading for you guys for free. I'll connect to your loved ones who passed away. I give detail and talk about your past, present, and future. Talk about your life, whatever you want to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about. And that's Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
You got it. And we'll see you all next week with, I just got confirmation on my phone. None other than, I'll give you a hint. His album was called Bad Out of Hell.
Mr. Loaf.
Meatloaf will be joining
I'll bring
us
the
Next
gravy.
week, finally.
We'll bring the gravy.
Marvin Lee a day.
Yes, Michael, he changed it.
Michael, oh, sorry. My
All right,
apologies.
That's
we'll see
awesome.
you all next week. This is the Animal House Radio Show.
Have a great week, guys.
You hear that? We got Meatloaf.